Oh, yo, what's going on, everybody? We need to turn on some music. Let's see here. What are we feeling like today? Didn't you add some new music? Did you add some more new music for the bottom?
Hmm. Just
Let's get
the,
more.
just the, I mean, just the stuff that's down there. I don't know if I liked any of it though.
Let's just try plums and carrots. This is interesting. Oh, this is Spectre music. Let's try this.
I don't know why I added it. 'Cause I feel like I found it and I was like, jazz stuff today. Here, let's play this.
We're okay. I was about to go through some of these and see.
No. I got you. This is the one right here. Let's jam to this.
Oh, that was the next. That was the next one on the list. So that works out.
This one's fire. We'll rock with this one. All right.
Clean version. What is the clean version? Is there actual rapping on that one or something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You want to hear him rap?
No.
Okay. I didn't think you wanted to hear him rap.
No, I don't. I don't want to hear him rap. No, I do not.
It's pretty good, though. It's pretty good. Anyway, Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for stopping by the Trader Shop with your boy T Hobbs and my man J Seal. Sorry we're a little late this morning. I woke up late because I was trading the London session. And, hey, man, stuff happens, okay? Stuff happens, all right? I woke up at like 7:19, so I'm just really, I understand what the market's doing already. I'm just trying to piece together a pre-market plan. I got one for NQ, still working on what I want to do over here on the S&P 500, just because 4,800 is just looking like a brick wall for the S&P. But anyway, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time here, first and foremost, thank you for stopping by. But please make sure you tip the mother barbers, aka hit the like and subscribe button, turn the notification bells on so you get notified every time we go live and or put out a video. Speaking of videos, before I go any further, make sure you guys are watching the actual videos that Justin is putting in work to put out for you guys. So a lot of them are starting to catch up a little steam and stuff like that. So make sure you guys are watching those videos and comment down below what other videos you would like to see Justin do, because he's trying to work through his educational videos. I'm going to start making videos soon. I'm just trying to make a little bit more money so I can afford an editor, because I don't want to edit nothing, right? Like,
yeah,
so
editing does suck.
Yeah, editing sucks. Like, I already told Justin, I said, you can make videos, do your thing. I was like, I'm not touching videos until I can afford an editor. So, but anyway, that being said, today is Taco Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. We can franchise it if we want to. At least we can say it. But of course, LeBron couldn't franchise it, so it is what it is. But today is Taco Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. Why are we naming Taco Tuesday? Well, mostly because it ain't no more news on the day. So we was like, well, we was just name it Taco Tuesday. Maybe that'll get people to come in. So on the day, obviously, we got to get right into the pre-market plan. You already know what time it is. But let's just jump over to the news sector, because that's been the fundamentals that have been kind of driving this market. And you'll kind of see last night, Europe had its final CPI, and this is why I was interested in trading the London session. I actually went to bed at about 3 p.m., woke up at about 7 p.m., hung out with the fam. I wasn't planning that. Like, I had a headache, so I went to bed. But I did have in the back of my brain that Europe had its final CPI numbers, and I knew that that would cause some volatility in the market. So I actually ended up getting up at about, my wife went to sleep at about 1. I was still up at like 2, and I saw a really good setup. So I came in, I took a few trades before that time, and I lost a little money, gained some money, lost some money, gained some money. You know how the game goes. But I think I was down about 200 when I took this trade, and I actually entered the market at like 0.26 last night, and my target was 6.5. I ended up getting out at like 40 or 50 for like $600 or something like that, only to wake up this morning and see the market rally right through my target. So I was spot on. I just couldn't hold overnight, or else I wouldn't have gotten any sleep. So I was like, let me just cut it for a couple bucks here. But if I would have got that target, I would have been funded on my second account. So definitely trying to work toward that today. I do like NQ. However, just watching the markets last night and just watching how much ES struggled at the 4,800 level is just concerning for me. If I'm a bear, it's scrumptious, but I'm going to be watching both. But I'm definitely liking what NQ is providing, because NQ is given a lot more continuation, and just studying the charts yesterday afternoon and just watching to see how NQ reacted versus how ES reacted. ES was very, very, I wouldn't say it was weak. It was just weak at 4,800. Like as soon as we got to 4,800, the price just consolidated there. And we finally tried to break above it yesterday, and it still struggled. So, all right, that being said, let's get right into the pre-market plan for NQ. Shout out to everybody that's trading the NASDAQ, because I might just join you today. All right, so macro, another aggressive push from the bulls in the overnight session. Green lights another rally into 17,000. Look for this rally to continue. So again, 1691025 was basically support last night. This thing held, you can see this is a 4-hour candle. This is 4, 8, 12 hours where this low held. Therefore, I'm thinking that this low is going to be difficult to break. And if it does break, we'll drop right down to this low. All right. So that's why I'm going to keep these two lines, because these were the two last night. 38. I don't know why I got it all the way up here, but basically 34. So I'll leave 34. I don't know why this line exists. All right. So 34 through roughly 10 was the range that we were in last night. I think it was like 38, but whatever. Tomato, tomato. This is where the demand zone sits. So this area, in my opinion, is going to be an area where buyers will look to defend again, right? Whoever was buying last night, they were just absorbing price. There was so much selling going down at this level, and then price just could not break it. So nowhere to go but up. All right, so let's jump into my first bullish plan. I'm gonna start from the bottom, work my way up. We're looking at this 4-hour demand zone. If price breaks below 910, like I said before, then I'm looking for buyers to defend 4-hour demand at 85525 through 809, and we can look to target longs into 910. Again, that level that was strong support in the overnight session will most likely act as resistance if we come back down here. Okay. That being said, if we get above, if we come back below this, or we come back into this 2-hour demand, this is my bullish plan, right? 2-hour demand at 93475 through roughly about 917 is the plan to look for longs. Okay. We can target longs into the previous high. First, we can target previous day high at 975, and then we can target the previous high at 989. But I ultimately believe price is trying to push into 17,000 today. And I'm going to show you kind of why I believe that as well. All right. 17,000, just real quick, is just a psychological level. So the market loves to push these levels, see how it reacts to new price, and then come back down, right? So my bullish bearish plan, this one is yellow for the simple fact that, I mean, it's bullish and bearish, and I didn't want to write two separate plans right here. So look for buyers to accept price above 17,000, right? So above 17,000, we would like to see price acceptance. So price acceptance basically looks just like this, right? Where we hold this low and we just continue to absorb selling, and then we push up, right? So look for buyers to accept price above 17,000, and we can look to long the market into the next supply zone on the 3-hour at 17,11375 through roughly 17,17725, right? I think that's where the market's headed next. And I just don't see the strength from the shorts. I just don't see it, right? It's every time we try to sell off, not saying that you can't short this market. I'm just saying, if you just look at the last few days, like the aggression from the bulls is just continuing. It's like the higher we get, the stronger they push. So my only bearish plan, or my two bearish plans, is inside of this. One is inside this yellow box, right? So if we don't accept price, you can look for buyers to reject price at 17,000, and then we can look to short the market back down to this previous demand zone, first targeting previous day high at 975, and then down to 93475 rather. Last but not least, my last bearish plan on the day is at the 3-hour. What I'm looking for is to short weak rallies into this 3-hour supply. We haven't been up here before, right? 17,113.75 is the last leg before, I believe, before all-time highs. Let me double check. Yeah, there's probably something in between here, but I'd have to go back and chart it. But yeah, this is the last true supply zone that I found on the 3 or the 4-hour time frame before the all-time high is hit. When you turn B adjacent on is what Justin kind of schooled us on this morning. If you turn B adjacent on, it kind of smooths out price. It accepts, it makes an average or whatever heck it does. Anyway, the true number is when you turn B adjacent off. If you turn B adjacent off, we're actually closer to all-time highs than it appears on this chart. But We can look to short weak rallies into 3-hour supply. We can target the supply zone is 11375 through 177, and we can look to short down to that 17,000 level. So those are my 1, 2, 3, 4 plans on the day, and I hope that helps you out. So you, bro.
Before I go, Mason said, "Pull me, Poppy."
Wow. Wow.
That is hilarious. All right. Yeah, so like Hobbs was saying, when you turn B adjacent off, we're actually way closer to all-time highs than what I thought, which is kind of an issue for me personally. I don't know exactly how I want to play this yet. So what I did was I charted both. So this is the SPY chart right now, right? And y'all can see we're only like $8 or $5 actually away from or no, we're not. We're I can't do math. Jesus Christ. We're about $8 away from all-time highs, right? $7 away from all-time highs. So because of that, there's really no supply above us. And the way that I'm kind of looking at this is, well, if SPY's above its all-time highs and there's no supply above us, then the same would have to be true for the futures contracts, right? So putting B adjacent on, I'm not sure whether or not I actually trust B adjacent being on. Yes, there are supply zones there, but technically we would have broken through all of them because SPY has broken through all of them, and SPY doesn't have any of those gaps that that ES has, right? So I just basically, just to make myself feel better, I have both of them charted and I can watch both of them. That way I don't have to play favorites and I can be like, okay, well, I know that ES doesn't have, or I know that SPY doesn't have any supply zones above it. Therefore, ES might not have any supply zones above it either, but with the B adjacent on, we do. So at least I have some sort of map there, right? So I don't have to pick and choose. I can have my ice cream and I can eat it too. So for those reasons, on the B adjacent chart, I have pretty much the same thing that I do on my non B adjacent chart. So 4788, there was sellers on the tape that reacted overnight on Friday and caused a sell-off. Well, once we got above 4788, it acted as support, and last night it was supported and we rallied from it. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using this as kind of like my over-under gauge, right? As long as we're over it, I want to be bullish. If we get below and we hold, I want to be bearish, right? So if we're able to come back into 4788 and hold, then I'll look for buyers to take over and bring us back up either to this 4808 level, which is the all-time high, or back to the highs of wherever we get to, right? Now, we are in supply technically on the B adjacent chart, but I don't want to look for shorts because, I mean, shorts just haven't worked. All shorts have been short-lived, although I would be open to scalping the market if we get below 4788 into this 4-hour demand zone and possibly down into 4754. And I pretty much have the same thing over here. I just don't have this demand zone down here, but it's pretty much the same. If we look at the chart that doesn't have B adjacent and I go to the day chart, I mean, we're right at all-time highs. Like, we're right there. We're not that far away, right? So I expect for this area to be tough for bulls to get above. But if they do get above it, then there's no real supply above that since it's the all-time high, right? And at that point, I don't want to look to short the market at all because there's no point to short the market because you're truly the first seller and we're truly in price discovery mode at that point, right? So I'll be looking for any pullbacks to long to go higher because that's really the only thing that we can do. And then this level still stands. I just made it purple at 4788 and then, you know, down here at 475, 450. So that's pretty much what I'm looking at on the day. I guess we're kind of in a stickier situation than I thought we were in as far as the market goes. But yeah, as long as we're above 4788, I don't want to look for shorts. Shorts are off the table for me. I think we'll just be a first seller. I want to see I want to see sellers show some type of initiative for me to want to sell this market off. And any other way, I can't short the market in good conscience because I think at that point I'm just throwing my money at the wall, hoping it's going to stick somewhere. So that's what I got.
It's kind of like, again, I'm not against shorts. I'm just looking at what the market is giving us, and what the market is giving us is a reason to say, all right, look, you can short this market if you want to, but the market's on a mission, right? You can tell at how weak the pullbacks are. The pullbacks are super weak. And we're getting close to that end of the year. You add in the fundamental part of it where, believe it or not, like money managers have to make a profit, right? Like they have to make some type of profit or show some type of gains. And they've been sitting on the sidelines this entire time waiting to buy. And they've been buying for the last 3 months. They've just been buying because they want to show a profit. So why would they stop at all-time high, right? Like, if anything, that's perfect headliner for them. That's perfect for them to stand on their clients and be like, look, we just got you we got you top tick, or we got you we bottom tick the bottom, and we rode it all the way to the all-time high. Like, oh, okay, great, cool story, bro. And then as soon as February's over, they're just gonna dump it. So, but yeah, I agree 100%. Like, once we get above all-time highs, it's like there's really no reason to short the market until structure is created. So if the market is gonna dump, like, I'm just gonna get out of the way because I don't have money to ride that down. So or potentially ride it back up. Like, I don't know what the market's gonna do up there. So without supply and demand, new supply and demand has to be created. So I know we created a ton of demand for the way back down. That's for sure. A ton, absolute F ton, so to speak. But I'll be getting with the VIX and Apple here in just a second. I'm still charting the stocks over here in the background. We got about 10 minutes until market open, so I got a little time. These stocks got busy in the overnight session too. It's crazy. Or not overnight, but during the market open.
All right, there's your poll. Bullish or bearish at open. Poll is officially out, so you can go ahead and exercise your right to vote on YouTube, because you might not have the right to vote in your country, but in YouTube country, you got the right because we give it to you. We give you the power, damn it. So use it. Vote. There's 19 people watching the stream on here on YouTube. So I expect, 18 now. So I expect 17 of you, because one of them is me. I expect 17 of you to vote. I gotta get it in. I always forget. Vote. If I don't see 17 of y'all voting, I'm gonna be upset. I better see 17. I better see 18 votes. Makai in the building says good morning. Good King morning. LA Tour says morning, everybody. Hustle for Life, good morning. Mason, morning. We got Carlos in the building says, hey yo, what's up? What's good?
Hey yo, what up, Carlos?
Mason says, poll me, Poppy. I got you. Mason said, when is this thing gonna finally just explode upward? Who knows? Maybe today. We got news the person this week, I was waiting for to come into the building who didn't come yesterday. He was the here. Resident Cowboys fan. Well, she ain't say nothing. The resident Cowboys fan is in the building. She could have said, hey. But you're here now, so I don't even care. How are you doing, Miss Cowboys fan? I hope you enjoyed Sunday as much as I did, because I enjoyed Sunday. Now, I wouldn't be giving you the same energy if we lost, because I'd be behind the Cowboys banner right now, crying with tears. But you get this energy because all week I'd be crying. I would have had missed the playoffs behind us and all this other stuff. It would have been bad, but that's not what happened. So it's all good. Y'all still gonna make the playoffs, so it's not that big of a deal. Plus, the Eagles surprisingly lost last night, which I did not see coming. But that's a good thing. So all for the end well.
It doesn't change anything for you. They're the number one seed in the NFC. That's
the Eagles
irrelevant for you. Yeah, the Eagles.
Well, I was talking about for the Cowboys, since the Cowboys lost and the Eagles lost.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Cowboys.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, Cowboys are already clinched the playoff spot. But
you want home field advantage though, or
they need home field advantage. Clearly, looking at their record this year,
that is facts.
Home field advantage, bro. What was Meta on yesterday, bro? Look at the 4-hour chart on Meta. Meta was on crack yesterday. Meta was on meth yesterday. This 4-hour candle on Meta was crazy yesterday.
Well, the Cowboys are number 2 in the NFC. So y'all right on the heels. So y'all needed Detroit to lose, or you needed Philly to lose, and you're right on the heels of San Fran. So anything can happen, man. Anything can happen at the top. It's funny because in football, And the AFC, it's like anything can happen at the bottom. Like the top's pretty much done. But anyway, Jay George says morning. Good morning. Mason says, "Oh no, I'm scared. Chat has been on point like 4 days in a row."
I know. Chat was 80% bullish yesterday. Although we moved like a freaking snail, we were correct.
We did
Chat
move
was
like
correct.
like a snail.
It was so slow. I was so annoyed with price action yesterday. I was like, I'm not touching this. I'm going to bed.
Pop says you got to fight for your right to party, aka vote. Okay. I know that's a song. I don't know who's saying it though.
I was just making sure you knew it was a song because your vocabulary of songs lately hasn't really.
Nah, I know that's a song. Shay says I have a job. I have a job too. It's called being a disabled veteran. That's my job.
Yeah, because I talked to her after the stream. I was like, "Damn, babe, Justin was looking for you." She's like, "Yeah, I was like actually super busy today." She was like,
"Oh, well, that's good."
She's like, "I had it planned, but she's like, I couldn't really jump in and text because I was like super busy." I was like, "All right, well, he gonna get you tomorrow."
The funny thing is like I'd rather be busy because it makes the day go by faster than to be bored not doing nothing.
Like yesterday, like I would much rather see some volatility today, something interesting today than what we had to deal with yesterday. Yesterday was like watching paint dry, and I was like, I don't even want to participate. Like I have no desire to even trade. It was
pretty bad. It was pretty bad. Shay says, "LOL, I'm not a sore loser. The Cowboys did what they usually do." Yeah, and I mean, hey, y'all are still up. Like y'all are still, you know, you're in the playoffs. The Bills are fighting for a spot, so we need everything we can get. Cowboys have the tiebreaker. Oh, well, see, there you go. But then wait. They had the tiebreaker from who? Didn't they lose to San? No, they beat San Fran, didn't they? Or did they lose to San Fran? I don't remember. Giovanni Robinson says, "Go Hawks, bruh." I don't know.
That was so interesting.
I don't know if you've ever been to a Seattle Seahawks
I was watching
game.
the highlights. I was like, "Wow, how did this happen?"
Yeah. I know. I saw the touchdown, but I don't know if you've ever been to a Seahawks game, but I have, and that stadium is loud, loud. It was nuts. I think
I've been to a professional game at every duty station except for Florida.
Where'd you go? Did you go to the San Diego
game.
Chargers? That's fire.
I went to the Chargers Raiders game.
Oh, that was probably that.
I went a bunch of times because we used to get volunteer opportunities to go work security. That's the wrong job. No, you do not want to help with security at a Chargers Raiders game. It's like
that doesn't sound like fun. Yeah, because they hate each other, or they hated each other before they moved.
Yeah, so what? The Chargers Raiders game a couple times.
Where else did you? You was only stationed in Cali and Washington in Florida, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. I went to every station, every one. But in Florida, I was stationed in Pensacola.
But you were in Pensacola, and
there was no stadium. Yeah, it was in Jacksonville.
Yeah, it's in Jacksonville. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, you said
I went to.
Oh, okay.
I've been to Soldier Field. I've been to Seahawks Stadium a bunch of times. I saw a bunch of baseball games.
How is Soldier Field? Is that a dope
lit, bro? Stadium? Best stadium in the world. Are you asking me that for real?
I mean, I was just wondering, but I guess there's definitely a bias there. So
yeah, best stadium in the world. He said, "All right, moving on."
I expected something a little bit different. Like, yeah, it's a dope, but it was like
you're not gonna get an objective opinion from me. I'm a Bears fan through and through. I hate to say it right now, but hey, it is what it is.
Eagles look bad. Wasn't Jalen Hurts hurt? He was sick or something.
Yeah, they were talking about he was going to have a Jordan flu game, which is never a good thing to say before the Jordan flu game. Like you should just let it happen.
That's true. Makai says ES 4808 25 is all-time highs. We definitely getting there, but I think MM want to make your money first and screw around. Market makers. Yeah, that's definitely a potential.
Tesla.
I'm talking against the Eagles. Oh. Pop said you survived that game. Clearly he's alive. But yeah, I think I think Makai, we're gonna get one more pullback. I shouldn't say I think. I'm hoping we get one more pullback, and I'm hoping we get that pullback at open. That way I can look to take the market long up into the all-time high. Because I think you're right. I think we're too close not to break it, and I feel like if anything, it'll be a massive news story, like Hobbs was kind of saying, and I'm pretty sure that the news people are probably buying up these stocks and these ETFs as well. I mean, we're about to be at all-time highs. Like it's nutty, and it kind of almost makes me, I don't want to say not want to trade, but it almost makes me want to find something else to trade that's not at all-time highs, just so that I don't have to worry about it. You know,
the Russell. You go trade.
Yeah, the Russell is one of them, but I think isn't the Russell kind of funky on like how many contracts you got to buy? Like, you got to buy a lot to get.
No, we were just on the wrong contract.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we found the right one, and it basically the contract moves. Jonah posted it in the Discord
to NAS, right?
Yeah, Jonah. The point value system is like ES, but it moves like the NAS 100.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah. So there you go. It's like a Ferrari. It's like a Ferrari that we poured cocaine in the tank. So you might want to trade micros. Jonah posted if you look in the Discord in the barber chat, Jonah posted a breakdown of how it moves.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Yeah.
But it's always good. I think
open, people. Market is open, ladies and gentlemen. I'm still over here charting, so that means the market's gonna do something crazy. Every time I'm not ready, the market does some crazy stuff at open. So.
I think 2024 is the year that we expand our horizons on what we trade.
Oh, definitely. I'm already looking. Like I told you, I got oil in my sights, but oil's been really quiet. Of course, I was long oil last night as well, but I ended up cutting the trade. We ended up dipping further, which I'm glad I cut it, but now we're rocketing back up. So, But I also learned that trading oil past 1 o'clock is not the move. So don't ever do that.
Yeah, we're 50-50. We had 16 votes. 50% are bullish and 50% are bearish. So you will see what happens. Yep. Bullish at open, I'm thinking pullback. Yo, we had to make the vote even. Guess we go nowhere today. Facts.
I know, right? I guess the market's not moving today, guys. They're in the chat.
That's very interesting. That's very telling, though. It's very telling.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the middle of nowhere. Oh my goodness! Well, look at this rocket ship at open on the Nasdaq.
Yeah, ES is getting the pump too. They're trying to make it go. Good morning, Zabak. Let me check. Let's see. SPY is also getting that delicious pump.
All right, now that I'm all charted up, I'm ready to go.
Oh, by the way, everybody, I opened up I got my free Topstep X account. I'm probably gonna make a video on it just because I feel like it's something good to make a video on. So I'm not gonna trade it today.
God, Meta is at it again. Who keeps putting meth in Meta's tank, man? And Google is out of here. Wow. Oh my God. Look at this Google.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a video on it.
Are you saying you don't watch his other videos? Look at this Google rip right now.
That's funny. That was, hey, you see, and Nvidia gapped way far down too.
Look at Google, bro. What is Google on? What is the news on Google? Somebody tell me the fundamentals on Google, because Google done lost his daggone mind, man. But again, Apple not following the trend. So
nope. There's Nvidia. Nvidia gapped down, but look at Nvidia. Nvidia gapped down and is already moving back up.
Yeah, it popped down. It had a 2-hour demand zone at 49161. So we had 2-hour demand from 49161 to 489. So it dropped down, swept the lows, and then popped right back up, literally right in the middle of my box. Oh, I can't wait till options. I can't wait till option season.
I'm not sure if we said it, but good morning, Zabak. I don't remember if we said morning, but good morning.
I cannot wait till option season, man. All right. I also had a 3-hour demand on ES at 479.525. We never came back there, but we did tap the 15-minute demand pretty nicely at 479.7. I really would just like to see ES just clear, just burn through all this liquidity in this 4-hour supply zone before I look to trade it. Because 4,800 has just been so key for ES. So,
you know what's interesting is that Topstep on Topstep X doesn't give you a practice account, which I think is kind of bum.
Well, they want you to practice on the free account they gave you.
I know, but I want to practice on a practice account so I can learn how to use the damn platform.
They gave you a free account. There's that. Look at
I
all
thought
this
I
supply on the tape too that supports my thesis of this
oh
supply zone. Look at all of this
oh
supply.
yeah, they
They do
want
not want price above 4,800, man.
or I don't know if it's that they don't want price above there or
It's
if it's
just a
just
lot of
people taking
liquidity.
profit. Like this
Yeah.
just could be people who are like, we're getting really close to this all-time highs, so we're just gonna start taking profit here. That's what it looks like. Because it's like every 75 cents, there's like orders. That's nuts. Here, let me show you guys what we're talking about because this is kind of crazy. Look at this. Every like interval, there's just like orders sitting there. 200. Like
Yeah,
this is
stacked on top of
unusual.
each other. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
just stacked on top of each other.
This is people who are just trying to. They're people who know we're getting close to all time highs, so they're trying to get pieces out of their profit before we get there. I'm sure NQ looks a little similar, except for with NQ it's just a big pocket of orders right here. Let's see. And then look at 17,000. Look how many orders are sitting at 17,000. Oh my god. Yeah, we're going for it though. What's all-time highs on NQ with be adjacent turned off?
I don't know.
Oh, I think we might be above all-time highs actually on NQ.
I think we're above it on the Qs. So
Yeah, NQ's already above all-time highs. Yeah, so I wouldn't even be looking to try to short NQ at this point
I
because
think
that's already above.
NQ is up like. Hold on, let me see what NQ's up on the year.
It's up 52%.
52% for an ETF on the year. If you bought
Yeah.
the Qs in January, man, shout out to you. You are eating. That is a LFI return.
Yeah, it's up 52%.
My daughter's gonna be rich when she grow up, bro. She got so much money sitting over there. Oh,
yeah, because I think ES is up.
she ain't about to worry about nothing.
ES is up 23% on the year, which is also pretty insane.
That's why I told
I
my wife.
mean-
My wife was getting these letters. Because my daughter had that accident I told you about, and she got like a big check, but they put it, they manage it. And she was getting these checks during COVID, and she was telling me like the returns were going down. I was like, baby, it's gonna go down. I said, but this time next year, the next return, the next check you get next year is gonna be insane. She's like, you think so? I said, I know so. This market is going to turn around, and when it does, it's coming for all-time highs. I was like, in the market, if you really think about it, in the nutshell, the market only goes up. Everything else is just an intermediate downtrend, right? From the inception in the 1700s, right? The market has only gone one direction, right? Ultimately.
That is true.
So if you buy low, whenever you buy in, and they bought before COVID, and then they started buying more during COVID. So by the time my daughter turns 18, 20, 23, that money's going to be crazy money. But then again, inflation might catch up with her, so it might just be a payday. All right, we're getting rejected here at the previous day high. We just put in a lower high at 99 or 16,990 on NQ. And ES is just rejecting the previous day high. NQ swept it, but I
don't think the buying is done. There was a whole bunch of selling down there, and I'm just looking down the sell. I'm like,
literally, it's like we hit it, we pull back. It's like we feel it, we pull back. We feel it, we pull back, and eventually, it's going to be nothing left to feel, and we're just going to keep going.
Yeah. This is about to go. This is not in my plan. I see an opportunity along the market. I'm not going to take it. But
you're gonna regret that statement.
I'm not gonna. I might.
That's the statement you always regret. You like, I see an opportunity to load the market. I'm not gonna take it. Then you go back and look, like, bro, that was the absolute bottom. I'll be like, hey, you should have took it. Me personally, I don't ever have these morning breakouts in my plan. The reason why is because I like to see things play out. Meaning, I want to see the break of the highs. I don't care how far it goes. It's irrelevant to me because I know. Based off market structure, I know I'm going to get another opportunity, and I'm more than willing to wait for that opportunity. It might be 10 o'clock. It might be 12 o'clock. It might be 1 o'clock. And that's the other thing I'm starting to tell myself is a lot of times while I'm on stream, I get a little impatient because I'm on stream and like I want to take a trade. However, I can't be like that. I have to realize that the market is, because when I go back and back test it, or I go back and look at the market and see what it's done, Jay, how many times have we had this conversation, bro? The market did exactly what I said it was going to do. How many times have we said that to each other?
A lot, which is why I'm with you about waiting completely.
I just rather be patient because when I get what I want, I'm not gonna have to take 1,000 trades, right? Like I'm not. When I wait for what I want, the quality of trade that I want is gonna be 1 to 2 to maybe 3 trades that is really gonna get me what I want. And I 100% proved that to myself last night during the London session because I waited for exactly what I wanted. And as soon as I saw the area, I went down to the 30-second chart. I was risking $40. I kid you not, last night, my stop was 1 point away. I was risking $40 to make 1,600. I beat up and didn't get the 1,600, but my target when I woke up this morning was hit because I took the paper trade, right? So my target was hit perfectly and some, right? And I could have been funded on another account last night, but I'm not tripping. It was just noted. I was like, okay, this just reiterates to me, wait for your setups and the market will reward you for your patience. So the biggest thing that I learned trading the London session or doing things last night by myself is just get back to being patient, man. Like the market's going to come to you. The market's going to move. Everybody's going to make money if they do things right. But the way that I like to trade is to just be a little bit more patient than the average bear and, take my setups.
Just to note, today's open candle had less volume in it than yesterday's 5-minute open candle. So we're basically in low volume conditions yet again. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it kicks up a little bit. Have some
but I mean, normally that first candle sets it off, and
I know, right?
The fact that candle was much smaller in volume.
They just hate New Yorkers, bro. Like whatever it is about us, they be like, nah, we ain't trading during the New York session this month.
I mean,
that's why I've been focusing on other sessions because I feel like I knew the London session was. I mean, just look at all the volatility that came into the market during the London session.
Yeah,
and it's not even just the volatility; it's just the continuation.
I honestly just think it's because we're so close to all-time highs that the big banks aren't participating in moves anymore because they're just like, okay, we'll just let retail push it up, and then we'll dump on their heads at these all-time highs.
Right, we're a week away from Christmas, so
yeah. Micaiah said it's also a few days before Christmas, and
you said too, and there you
usually low volume, and I agree 100% with that sentiment, but I also think mixed in with the fact that we're almost at all-time highs, I think that the banks aren't going to be doing any new buying up here because they know where we're at. It's retail that's going to have to push us up to these orders, and if I had to put money on it, my guess would be that all these orders that we're seeing up here are all the banks taking their profit because they've been in for months now, and this is all retail. Like, yeah, we're almost all-time highs. It's time to buy. And they're the ones who are actually buying all this up right now. If I had to guess,
silly rabbit, silly rabbit, tricks are for kids. Come here.
And that's why the volume's even lower than it usually would be. I think if we were further away from all-time highs, I think banks would still be participating in this. I just don't think they're participating anymore. It's my personal opinion. To go along with Christmas, I think Christmas is the even better cover. Because they'd be like, yeah, we're not active during Christmas. It's the holidays. They're like, I mean, we're active, but we're just taking profits. We're not actually actively buying.
Here's what I will say: RIP to the people trying to get funded in one day with Apex.
Oh, they knew what they were doing.
This market. All right, we're kind of pushing out here. We're trying to break above the highs. So, all right, there goes the break above 4804. NQ's trying to break above 990 is the high. So, making that push into 17,000, just like we talked about in the pre-market plan. I'll switch over to my screen real quick. So, right here is where I think we're kind of breaking above, and then in the pre-market plan. Again, the reason why I'm not trying to trade ES yet is I need ES to get above 48.18 first, because that's the end of my supply zone. If ES gets above 48.18, then I'll look to play the pullback. But I'm also watching NQ because I want NQ to get above 17,000 and hold above this level. So I'm watching 17K to hold as a psychological level. So I want us to kind of push up above this level, right? Maybe get halfway to the supply zone or get to it and then come back down and retest it. And then I'll look to trade here, expecting to push back into this area. So those are my two trains of thought. With NQ, I mean with ES, the reason why I'm reluctant to play it right now is because I know we're not going much further until we get out of this 4,800 level and get price acceptance above it. So that's why I'm looking at longs above 48.18 on ES. I just don't want to long it inside of supply. And I think for me, NQ has the better setup because it doesn't have supply. It's already above this structure. So
Kayla says, good morning. You know who else won yesterday? The Seahawks, I guess. I don't know. Who else won?
I don't know.
Are you talking about NBA? Or are you talking about something completely non-sports related? Which I feel like is probably non-sports.
If it's Kayla, it's probably nothing related to anything we've just been talking about. So, who won yesterday, Kayla? Wait, Seahawks. Okay, are you a Seahawks fan?
Oh,
I didn't know you were a Seahawks fan.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier.
She probably wasn't here though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get all of those adult joke that my wife not an adult joke, but the joke that buddy put on TikTok or Instagram or whatever? Did you watch the group chat?
Nah, I didn't. I think did she message that last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I went to bed semi at a decent hour last night and was like pretty tired. Let me see.
You gotta watch it, bro. Just watch it. It's freaking hilarious. I almost choked on my food.
What in the world?
Wait, did you catch the joke? It said my mom is dead, so you guys can act like my mom.
Yeah, he act like he was dead. Yeah. instead of being excited, can you act like my mom excited? That's funny.
I didn't see the video at first. My wife was like, "You didn't think that was funny?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Play it back." She's like, "Oh, you must didn't see it." So she played it back, and old buddy was laying on the floor. For almost spit my food out. I was laughing so hard. I said, "That is so evil."
My mom is dead. Can you act like my mom? And he acted like he was dead. Yes, I got it. That was pretty funny. It took me a second time to watch it.
Yeah, it took me a second. I was like, "Why is this so funny?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then you see him playing back.
And the girl was like,
"Oh
yeah." Yeah, that's a sick sense of humor, but that's also pretty funny.
That was freaking hilarious. Look, we poked our head above the highs, got slapped right back down. See, market on BS today, man. I'm
not trading this unless we pull back. I'm not trading this up here. I'm not. I'll wait.
I have my plan. Like if we break on NQ, if we break below 910 and retest, then I'll be looking for shorts down to 855. But if we come down too far, I'll be looking for longs into this 4-hour demand zone. I have my plan. I have my area. It's just chilling now. Like for ES, there's literally nothing for me to do right now. Like nothing.
My ES plan is for us to come back and retest 4788, or I guess if we break all time highs, like with some like strength. And
you think we're gonna come back 20 points down?
I mean,
that's your
possible.
Plan.
That's the only long plan I got.
But what about the lows that we're creating right now? What about between 4,800 and 4,796, something a little closer to price?
I mean, this is the 5.
We haven't come back to 47. So. We haven't come back to 47.88 during the entire overnight session.
Yeah, no.
No. Okay.
But I mean, it's just an area. I mean, maybe we come.
That's what I was saying. Like there's just it's more of the 15-minute, not the 5, but the 15-minute. Between 48, because I mean the way I'm looking at it, the reason why I say there is because not just because of the zone
4-7,
but it's also a key. It's a psychological key level, right? So us getting above 4,800 and holding above 4,800 is very key. So if we can push away from 4,800, it's more likely for us to come back to 4,800 and then long the market as opposed to break, because I feel like if we give up 4,800, the psychological key level, after we work so hard to get it back, it's because prices failed up here. So I don't know. Just another thought. Maybe something a little closer to price. I still would want to see the reaction from this area though. Like I still would want to see price push away and then come back to me. But right now, this is starting to look like yesterday. I'm kind of glad I played the London section.
Nah, it is. And
you're welcome.
20,
thank you, baby.
It's been
that video was hilarious.
15 minutes and we've moved 9 points on ES.
You changed your photo. I love this photo of you. I love those glasses, baby. You look so cute.
Get a room. Get a room.
I want to see it again. I'm just gonna pull up your other comment.
Oh my God. Get a room. Get a room. Please go get a room.
Hey man. I love my boo-boo. Hey boo-boo.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. NQ giving it up aggressively. Let's check on the stock market here.
Hustle, don't encourage this behavior. I'm gonna put your comment on the screen.
Oh my goodness. Nvidia has rejected 500 and has continued the death spiral. Hence the reason NQ is getting dragged through the mud right now. Nvidia is all the way back down to 489 after hitting a high of 504 yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was like literally $1 away from all-time highs yesterday.
Yeah, it rejected and came tumbling down. Apple still looking like it wants to continue its downtrend. Microsoft looks like a drop-based drop on the 15-minute. Meta is just whatever. Meta's just on its own thing today. Tesla as well. But all of the major stocks are coming down. So you got Google reversing, Amazon reversing, Apple reversing, Microsoft reversing, and Nvidia all slamming to the downside. So that would explain the downside pressure. And then if you look, the VIX has actually gotten a push back to 40, back to the 70s. However, counter to that point, the dollar is in a downtrend as well. So again, just mixed signals on the day. Still, I have my areas that I'm looking to trade. If we come all the way down to, Justin's area, I'll be much more happy to long the market at 47.88 for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I was just assuming that we would push out of this area, but again, NQ's selling off, but ES isn't.
Yeah, I'm looking at ES's stock heat map right now, and there's a lot of green.
There's a lot of green. It's probably
a lot of green at ES.
Let's check
a lot of green.
Check the Russell's heat map. We got one. What you talking about, baby? We got one of what?
The Russell's heat map has a lot of green in it too.
Yeah, I figured the Russell's probably was kicking it because if the other sectors are selling off and the Russell's pumping, NQ won't pump as much, but ES will.
Jesus.
All
well,
right, now
ES is
here
going
comes
for all-time highs.
Yeah, here comes push on. ES hasn't stopped buying, and NQ is reversing back up to the upside as well. So we came back down on NQ on the 15-minute and retested these lows at 966 through about 946. We retested those lows, and now we're looking like we want to push out of this. So let's see.
Yeah, ES is going for all-time highs. It's going for it. It's been in this nice little uptrend all day.
Yeah, it deserves it. What NQ did yesterday was strictly off of NVIDIA, but ES didn't get that same push. So instead, ES literally just consolidated at 4798 for like 8 hours. It was crazy. Oh, we got one. Oh, a room. Got it.
Oh,
you gotta be specific, babe. We say things, and then when you text us back, we didn't forgot it because you get it on delay, but it's all good. Heck yeah, we got a room, boo boo.
Then use it. Not this particular
we got a room, boo boo.
All right. Use the room. Yes, use the room, but not in this arena. Oh my God. I feel grossed out, like literally grossed out. Look at Hustle for Life Romeo. He don't need to be Romeo. He already got it. He already got it.
That's the lazy man. I ain't no lazy husband. He don't need to be Romeo, but I always try to be Romeo every day, baby. Every day, boo.
Lord. All right, back to
you will
being
forever be my Juliet, baby. Yo,
Oh Lord, a boom boom room. They got that. Man.
Tell them about
Ah,
the boom boom room. All right. ES is pushing above 4806 again, looking
we're about to
pretty
go.
aggressive.
We're about to go to 4808. It's coming. They're a
Yep.
point away. It's coming quick with a quickness.
Yet again, Meta tells the truth. I'm telling y'all, Meta is the
Oh
indicator
my.
of all
Oh
indicators.
my God.
I'm telling y'all, Meta
No, I'm
is
not
the
talking about that.
indicator
Your
of all
wife is
indicators.
TMI. TMI.
Yeah, boo, we did use it last night.
Oh, TMI. TMI. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hopefully you use it to sleep.
Justin's such a child. He can't stand adult talk in front of him.
The, oh, Lord. Look at Hudson Life say, hell no. That's right, Hudson Life. Some things should just stay private.
Whatever. You live your life how you live your life. I live mine how I live mine.
Oh, it's just a noise. It's so gross. So
4807 pushing into that 4818, looking really aggressive, looks really good. Yeah, dollar selling off. This is what Josh was talking about, Malik. He was saying that this could cause a sell-off in the dollar and bonds, which will be bullish for the stock market. So exactly what he was talking about in that video, from a fundamental analysis standpoint, is playing out right in front of us. Basically, the Japan yen news pretty much blessed the rest of this rally. So
definitely could be a 1 minute head and shoulders.
I told you about that last night.
Looks like it.
I definitely did. I literally, when you came in here, I said it's about Japan. That's why he was.
It definitely said the yen. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Just touched all-time highs,
baby. Let it push, baby.
Highs and broke it. Yep, they just broke all-time highs on ES.
Let's go.
ES all-time highs just got broke. Jesus
Headed
Christ.
To 4818. You said head and shoulders on NQ.
Yeah, it looks like it on the 1 minute. I mean, could be. It might not happen, but
nah.
You gotta.
I would sooner say that I would focus on the double bottom and the fact that these lows haven't been validated or haven't been invalidated, right? So we got this low here. We pushed up, broke above structure, came back down, retested structure, broke above structure again, came back down, retested the lows, held this low and this low. And now the job of the market is to try to get above this high. So you could look at it either way. I would just favor the bulls in this situation or just leave it alone, in my opinion.
All right, and we are rejecting especially
since highs. ES is looking so strong, but we'll see.
This is the only scenario right now in which I could potentially short the market, but I'd rather let the market like actually prove it wants to sell off and like break some type of structure before actually trying to short this thing. Because all-time highs could act as resistance, or we could like trap some traders looking to break out and buy this all-time high break, but we'll see what happens.
Nvidia's getting its bounce, starting to reverse. Amazon's still selling off. Google's looking like it wants to hold the lows here. Let's see where Amazon's previous low is here.
Yeah,
Amazon's trying to break its previous low here.
I'm open to shorting this, but I'm probably going to size down to like six micros, just because of the volatility of the market's like not there. But I'm not looking to short at this very moment. But this would probably be the only area where I'd be willing to short the market. But if we just break this and continue up and actually hold it, then shorts are pretty much off the table. But this could be an area where the market looks to reject. This looks so much like yesterday in the rally we got. It was like super slow, but it just continued to move up.
Nah, the volume's way more than it was yesterday. Yesterday was just disgusting. For me, I'm looking at two areas here. Depending on how far we go from this area currently, where we're putting in this gap right here, I want to see this the market continue to push on the 5 minute. And what I'm looking for is just a return again to this previous day high area. So if I was to draw a box right here, the two gray boxes is where I'm looking to trade, right? So previous day high was broken right here. So that's a little confluence right there. And then also down here where this rally began at 47.98. 47.98 is where the majority of the volume of this entire run was done. So if we come back down to 47.98 area, I'd definitely be looking to trade the market long. If we continue to push away from this area here, I like to see like an aggressive demand push, maybe about 3 solid candles out of this area to kind of validate this gap, right? This huge imbalance that we have. And I'll be looking to trade the market long if we come back into here. I'm not going to entertain shorts because I feel like, again, just kind of like I was saying this morning, I'm not going to entertain them because they've been so short lived. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm looking at the market this morning. I really love to see price push up to 48.18 is what I would really like to see. But we come back down to 47.98, I'd be interested.
Wow, we got a hellify rejection on ES right there by the Bears. Let's see if the Bulls can push us back up and want to buy this dip kind of like we did yesterday, or we'll see what happens. Because that was a nice little rejection right there. Still too early to short it, in my opinion, though. Maybe we can break below 48.03 and then come back up and kind of like make a lower high. Nah, it's still too early for me to short this just yet. I mean, if this sells off without me, that's fine. I'll just look for a retest, but I think we're going to come down, but I want to see one more attempt by the Bulls to bring us back up. But I think shorts are valid up here. They're getting more valid, but we'll see what happens. Because yesterday, this same thing happened. I got burnt, where it looked like the market wanted to sell off. We got some strong selling, and then the market just reversed at the same point.
That's the previous day high right there that I was discussing.
We'll see. We will see.
I want to see us come back down and retest 47.98.
Some nice selling going on right now. I'm just happy to see some like more active participants in the market.
Facts. This feels so much better. I'm like, just do something cool. This is also that previous day high is also the 50% retracement at 48.02 from the swing low to the swing high on ES. So a bounce here could happen, but I'm expecting us to continue selling down to about 47.98, trap some sellers down there, and then look to loan the market back up. That's what I really want to happen. That would be my ideal trade right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Up here, I'm just looking at it a little differently. I'm looking at it more from the standpoint of, since we're at the all-time highs, potential fear for people who are trying to get in late to this all-time high break, and maybe a look at banks actually starting to unload their profits on some of these unsuspecting buyers up here. And
I'm just looking at structure. I'm just structure. I understand like the fundamentals, or not fundamentals, the theory behind your thought process, but the structure to me just doesn't support that. The structure, we just broke above the previous high, right? The structure says after we break a high, we got to pull back to potentially go higher, right? So just based off the structure alone, the structure doesn't support that type of thesis. So until these sellers start to show me that they can break structure, I'm just not interested in shorts. But yeah, that's just my
that's fine. That's why I have the tape, because the tape will show me that those trap participants. So I mean, you're right. We haven't really broken any structure, which is why I also wasn't looking to short the market right there, because no matter how strong these sellers want to be, they haven't been strong in the past. So no reason to think they're going to be strong now. Like I said, I got burnt the same way yesterday. So just be patient and see what sellers do. If they defend these all-time highs, or if buyers are strong enough to break through. We'll see. I just think being a buyer up here at these levels is just really difficult. I would really need to see a deeper pullback.
Yeah, but I don't think it's as difficult. I'm not buying it, but I mean, if you look at the structure though, right? Like if you just think about the structure, we just broke above the high, right? And then this retest of the previous day high and the previous high, it makes perfect sense for buyers to be here. You see that?
I mean,
but it also means that we could be potentially changing character if we come back up and retest this supply, right? So at this situation, this is kind of like that trade that I sent you in video, where I'm like, okay, who do you trust in this situation? Do you trust the trend, or do you trust that we're going to potentially reverse here? Stay tuned, right? So I agree with you that I wouldn't be buying right here. I would much rather allow this to come down here to buy. But I also understand, like, us retesting this area makes perfect sense in the structure of the market. NQ 1 minute, you took the right shoulder. Let's check and see. Yeah, just gotta break 60 again. We just keep holding these lows, man. Like the structure is just, until we break these lows, like I just can't see shorts, right? Like if we break the lows, I'll be interested. But right now, like if you're scalping, I think the right shoulder breakdown was beautiful. But I mean, the right shoulder broke down and it still held these lows, right? These lows that have been established right through here, they're just holding, right? If you drew a box right here, right, and just drew and you went straight across, until these lows are broken and this demands on it, it's just too, in my opinion, there's just too much demand right now on NQ for me to be interested in the shorts. I understand the scalps. The scalps make perfect sense. But the way that I like to trade, like until I see some more, a little bit more confirmation of the shorts, like they're just not valid in my opinion. I'm out here. Good. That was a good exit. Very good exit. Took that right shoulder down. Not sure it'll break the neckline. Exactly. And that's, I think the way it's coming up, the bear flag looks really nice to potentially get rejected at 681, right? And then come straight back down. Let's take a look at the stock market. Microsoft starting to find some buyers. Nvidia starting to find buyers. Amazon starting to find buyers. Google is never breaking its low, and neither has Apple. None of these have changed character. So to me, that's why I'm just, until that happens, I gotta see it at this point. Like for the bullish thesis to play out, in my opinion, I just have to see it. There's no question about it. Like it has to be very clear that the market, I mean, for the bearish case to play out, it has to be very clear that the market wants to push. I mean, wants to dump. And right now, all we got was a pullback right into this box, like we talked about, and a potential more break of structure above 4808. Now, for me, I don't want to trade this yet. I want to wait. Like I told you guys, I want to wait to see if we can get above 4818, because that means that I feel like the volume will start to increase once we come back down and retest, and there's no supply here. I don't want to long this inside of supply because I feel like it's going to be super slow, right? Because we're cleaning up all of that supply that we see on the tape. We're just chopping through it. I don't want to be a part of that slow movement. So I'm just going to wait, let price do what it do. And right now it's doing everything that I think it was supposed to do. based off the structure of the market. So we just wait. For NQ, it's kind of along the same lines, right? If we go down to the 5-minute, the only difference between NQ and ES right now is the stocks that support NQ haven't started to rally yet, right? So instead of an aggressive uptrend, NQ is in consolidation, right? As opposed to, I shouldn't say aggressive, as opposed to ES pushing up, NQ's in consolidation waiting to break out, right? And what's the thing that will support NQ breaking out will be once these stocks start to get on board, especially Nvidia, right? If they start to get on board, then NQ will start to push. And if Apple turns around officially, then ES will get that aggressive push back up. So this looks like a lower high being put in on ES for a potential short opportunity here. So we'll see what happens. 4807 was where this big seller came into the market right here. So let's see if this is going to be it's tempting. It's tempting. They do not agree. That's why I watch it on that 4-way look, because and for you guys don't know, my Discord is talking to me in my ear and they're like, a part of me wants to take this short, but the 15-minute and the hour is telling me don't be stupid. If you look at the 15-minute, there's no reason to short this market, right? Like, we're putting in higher lows and higher highs, right? The 1 hour just made a rally-based rally, which tells me that this may be a 1 hour demand zone forming at the previous day high, which is very key price action wise, right? That's very key. So yeah, and very bullish, right? It's an indication that price stood here for 2 hours, right, without breaking below. Therefore, a push out of this was an indication that price wants to accept here and move higher, right? So I just think the stock market is the last key. And again, as we start to eat away at this liquidity, I'm just going to remain patient. And like I said, look for that push above 48.18 and then the pullback into some of these boxes that we're looking at right now. The reason why I'm not longing out of these boxes right now is because I want to see the reaction of these boxes happen. And then I may look to trade at around 10 or 12 when the reversal happens and then the push back up. So I can look to short down to these areas and then look to long back up. So those are two high quality setups where I just let half of the painting get shown to me. And now that I know what the painting is saying, now I know exactly where I want to trade inside of that painting. So I think just waiting and letting the market develop when it's slow like this just makes me feel so much better that I'm not putting the risk on the table and I'm just waiting for the market to kind of paint that picture. So are you in a long right now, just? He real quiet, studying them charts. He's like, yeah, y'all keep talking. I'm gonna go ahead and take this long real quick.
No, I didn't make it long.
I expect us to burn right through this. To be quite honest, I think we push right through this, and we go. When I say push right through it, obviously we're going to catch some resistance, but this is the break of the previous high now. If we close below this, we hold for another 2 minutes on the 5, we'll be breaking above the previous high again. I expect us to make a very strong push into 48.15 through about 48.18. Once we get that push, that pullback, whatever that ends, that next pullback is where I'm looking to trade. That's what I want to see happen to go long, yeah. Or I can look to trade that pullback as a short. So this could be the head of a head and shoulders being put in too. So I'm just being patient, man. I'm reading everything the market has to offer, but as long as ES is inside of supply, I'm just gonna wait. and NQ's not really moving the way that I want it to move. So there's really nothing for me to do just yet. I like a short scalp at 988. Yeah, I here's a question I got for you, Micaiah. Just out of curiosity, why do you take the scalps short but you don't take the scalps long? Because to me, the scalps long have been, pretty solid. I'm just curious. I noticed that you
They've
always
had more room on they've had more meat on the bone to scalp it long than to scalp it short.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. That I don't know what I just feel like if you scalp it long, you have the potential to potentially play the actual trend. So if it does break out, now you're already in the trade and you can either add more, because I think we all think that the market's about to go up, right? I think there's a lot of support for the market to go up. I do take the long scalps, was doing that before open. Okay. I was just curious because I keep hearing you saying you're scalping short, but I'm like, bro, this market is triple bottoming down here. Why not scalp it long or both? Just curious. And these are some strong scalps, really. I mean, those are 40-point scalps. I don't even know if those are considered scalps anymore. Like those are $1,200 trades, man. Those ain't scalps.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard to get short. Like I have short ideas, but I mean, at this point, they don't really matter. I guess the good thing is, like, old me would have definitely taken that short when I saw them red bubbles.
Lower high print. Yeah.
No, I mean, I would
this one. Yeah, on the tape. Yeah.
Yeah, I would have taken that short after I saw those bubbles, but I would have got short probably like around 45.08, expecting us to go down lower. We go down like 2 more points, and then I get thrashed.
Yep.
Or
that's why I was trying to like talk through it, because I'm like, just based off the market structure, it don't make sense.
Well, that's why I wanted it to cut. I knew we were going to pull back too, which is why I wanted us to pull back. I like the selling that we saw, but then we just got like we got actually on that way back up. We actually got more selling than we got buying on the way up. It was just that buyers were so strong that even though all the selling was going on, it wasn't doing anything.
Bro, the macro
and now the market's
trend
still coming up.
The 1 hour trend is the truth right now. So when you were saying that pullback, I was like, unless we at least break 48.02, the previous day high, this thing is going right back up. So, I mean, we're up 7 points from that area. So,
yeah, I mean, I wasn't gonna short it early. Like the market still had to prove that it was gonna go short, and a pullback. We never got it. I'm fine with that. I wasn't gonna take the market long up here anyway, so I don't mind missing the long. So it really doesn't matter to me. Like I'm still open to shorting the market. I just have to see some type of confirmation that shorts are gonna work out, and if that doesn't happen, I'm not saying I won't long the market, but I just don't think it's as high quality to long the market at all-time highs without pulling back to some sort of structure. So,
I don't necessarily think we're going down, but I think we'll swing and go sideways. I think it'll be large enough range to knock people out of positions. Yeah, I think NQ has a much better rangy day going on for it right now. Looks like NQ is just kind of consolidating before it comes out of it, either bullish or bearish. I think the range is 30-40 points right now. So on NQ, that's a really nice range. Yeah, I think the move was to long, basically scalp this range. This range was awesome.
Yeah, there's also a
40-point range.
Yeah, in my opinion, it would actually it looks like it's actually a lot easier to scalp the market long because you can hold a lot longer.
That's what I was saying. Yeah,
you would have scalped the market short. You could have, you got a big drop and been in there for 2 minutes. But that, I don't know. To me, that's more anxiety than being able to hold for like 15 minutes.
Because overall, you're going against the entire trend, and that's why I was saying like about the ES shorts. I'm like, just how strong we were looking. I was like, being in a short would just give me so much anxiety. I understand your thesis about being at all-time highs, but the market doesn't care about that, right? Like that's an emotional thought process, right? Because the market doesn't have feelings. The market doesn't know that it's at all-time highs. The market doesn't care. The market is going to keep going and following structure until structure is broken. right?
Yes,
That
but
that
but
that
people but people make the market, and people know we're at all-time highs, and that's
yeah,
what I
but
was banking on, is that
yeah, but people
people
don't
are
care.
going to well, yeah, but again, I'm first off, I'm not trading off of emotions. I'm trying to put myself in other people's emotions, and other people's emotions, in my opinion, would be, hey, if this thing starts selling off and they get trapped at these all-time highs, then it could bring a much larger sell-off of fear, and it just didn't happen. Like you said, people literally didn't care, and they viewed the selling as a pullback to buy more, which is fine. I just don't trade it. But that's the growth part, because I know old me would have seen this selling and been like, oh, it's time to get short. We're about to rocket ship down. And, I wouldn't have allowed this to pull back and actually create a lower high here. And when we tried, we failed. So, I mean, I'm reading people's emotions off of the tape. And right now, like you said, their emotion is, I don't care. Whenever
The
whenever
mofos
we
are
dip,
they in extreme greed right now. Like
yeah,
they don't care
they
about
want to buy
nothing.
this, which is
They
fine.
euphoric.
I'm just not going to buy it with them, because I know at some point the buying is going to stop and there's going to be extreme selling. I would rather catch that selling than try to buy up here. But if we come down, then yeah, if we come down to a good level where, it gives me enough room to buy, then I have no problem buying this market. I'm just not buying this market at all-time highs. I refuse. So.
Yeah, I never said you would. That
No,
wasn't
I'm
even
just
my,
giving them my
I guess
position.
my thesis is, for me, the way I'm looking at it is, I'm not trying to buy up here anyway, because whether we were at, I guess to me, the all-time high part of it doesn't matter, right? Whether this was all-time highs or this was down at the bottom and we were in an uptrend, I wouldn't buy up here anyway, right? Like, I would wait for this to cool off regardless of all-time high. The all-time high part of it is, I guess, is my thought process. So for me, I'm not buying inside of this supply zone. Instead, I'm with you as well, where it's like, hey, if we get too far away, I'm going to look to short this market where I see sellers come in down to a level where I think I can then turn around and buy the market back up. Because I think once we get above this supply zone, I've just seen this movie so much where, why is this thing giving me so many? Do I got no gap candles on? I do. Okay. There we go. That looks way better. Once we get above this supply zone, I think that's where the market gets super bullish. And then we come back down to retest. DJ Blitz and Pieces says, I disagree. I used to think the market was emotion or people, but it's all computer controlled and people really are just following the algorithm. I no longer think people have anything to do with it. I think that to an extent, right? Like, I disagree that it's all based off computers, but I think the computers, the algorithm, in my opinion, controls it while also having money makers or market makers or money managers follow that algorithm flow where it's my turn to buy, your turn to sell, vice versa. I refuse to believe, Justin and I have gone in depth about this conversation. I refuse to believe that in 2024, with everything being AI generated, that there's just a few people with a lot of money that are looking to buy and sell the market at certain key levels. That's not happening anymore. The market is repeating a trend. It's repeating a formation that's repeatable, and the only thing that can do that on a such tight schedule is a computer. So
I think the algorithm itself is based off of human emotions. Like, it's based off of the way that retail traders think to put us into the most pain possible. You got to think, when I see people getting trapped on the tape, it ain't institutions that are getting trapped. It's retail traders who are getting trapped. But why are they getting trapped? Because the institutions or the algorithm or whatever you want to call it, they know where we like to buy and sell. They know that we like to buy breakouts and we like to sell breakdowns. So they have to steal our liquidity to be able to get filled, right? So yeah, it might be a computer doing it, but it's based off of our human emotions, because when we get emotional, we tend to lose money. When we don't get emotional, it's when we make money. So it is based off of human emotions. The market is emotional. It's just that they play by a different set of rules than we play by. But if we can play by their set of rules, then we'll be able to join them at their own game, right? That's what I'm trying to do. So when I'm reading the bubbles, I'm essentially reading retail's emotions, honestly. And I'm trying to figure out, well, where is retail going to be in the most pain, and where is institutions have the most to gain? And right now, in my opinion, institutions don't have anything to gain by buying the market because they've already bought it. They're just selling to retail, and eventually they're going to stop buying this, and they're going to dump the market on retail's head. It's just a matter of when. I don't know when. So I just know that I don't want to be a part of the dumping. I'd rather be I don't want to be the person dumped on. I'd rather be a part of the dumping, right? So that's where I'm at, which is why I have no problem not trading this, because to me, longs are low quality at all-time highs. They just are, right? I don't want to buy this because this is essentially a breakout.
I don't think anybody's arguing your point.
No,
about
I know.
longing the market at all-time highs.
I know
You
they're
keep
not.
saying that, like that's not the argument. I'm not arguing. I'm just giving my position on the market. That's all I'm doing. I would much rather let this sell off and then get long at a much better price. Because right now you're getting the absolute worst price possible if you're buying the market. You just are. So yeah, I think this is a really good point. CJ with the cheese says people have to remember algos are written by humans, so they will trade off of the logic of whatever human created. Exactly. So again, I think we're all saying the same thing, just in different ways of how we view it. And that's why, like, I'm not disagreeing with anybody's point. I just think that Rocket T let
him rock.
Let him rock Hobbs. Oh, I'm not telling. First of all, let's be clear. I think we both see the market the same way. We're discussing the algo or lack thereof, right? Like, I don't think anybody wants to buy it at all-time highs specifically, but I don't mind letting the market pull back and then my target being above all-time highs.
No, that's fine too.
Essentially, that's the same thing, right? Like, I understand. It's just, to me, the idea of all-time highs isn't the reason why the market's going to pull back. The market's going to pull back because it's following the algorithm or the structure of the market, right? Right now, the market is in extreme bullish territory. Yes, will there be pullbacks? 100%. But until the market changes character or reverses trend in some form or fashion, shorts will be low quality. I think it's obvious that longing the market at the top is always low quality. I think that's obvious. That's not, in my opinion, what I'm debating, right? What I'm debating is the idea that all-time highs shouldn't be looked at as a buying opportunity. I don't think you should buy there no sooner than I would think that you would buy if you were at the top of an uptrend or at the bottom of a downtrend. Like, yeah, like of course that's the truth. What I'm saying is as long as the market continues to buy, and this is not retail pumping this market up 11 points or 12 points at open. This is continued purchasing by the banks. They are continuing to buy. Retail cannot move this market. We all know this. Retail is not buying 100 lots at, or 561 lots at 4809. They're just not, right? That's banks. The reason why they're continuing to buy is because they have a number in their head. We don't know that number. So what we view as all-time highs, they may view as the median for 5,000, right? Like, they could be looking to push this market to 5,100. We don't know that, right? The only way that we can be definitive in what we know is what is printed on the charts. Right now, the only thing that's continued to be printed on the charts is buying. It's not selling, right? Will selling come in during an uptrend? Absolutely. And there is your opportunity to short the market. I'm just not interested in selling until the market changes character. That's my stance on the market. They make faster decisions than a human can process. Agreed. Y'all think we could bounce off all-time highs? You mean reject it? Yeah, I mean, past 300K in 2 days. Hey, congratulations, Micaiah. Kill count. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, all-time highs, I'm viewing all-time highs as just like I would view previous day high, just like I would view previous day low. Like, to me, the all-time high part about it is it's just a number to the market, is what I'm saying, right? Like, an all-time high only means something to a human, but to the market, it really doesn't mean anything. The only thing that matters is whether or not buyers and sellers would like to buy above or below price. The title of the price doesn't matter. That's all I'm saying.
Well, SPY's got a way to go before it breaks its all-time high. So even though ES is above its all-time high, SPY still is short by a few dollars. So we'll see what happens. And NQ is in a pretty nasty range. Like Beauty Machine, I bow out gracefully.
Yeah, get your bag. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, if you guys haven't checked, like Justin was saying, the Topstep accounts, if you check your email, if you signed up for the Topstep account in the for their Topstep X, the new Topstep X platform, you got until the end of the day, I believe, to check your email and use that promo code. You get a free 50K account. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and jump on that.
Yeah, I think they end today at 11:59 CST.
I think you had to sign up for it at least, because if they don't have your email, I don't think they send it to every customer. I think you had to at least sign up for the wait list. I'm not 100% sure though. If you don't have the email, then yeah, you had to sign up for it. I think Justin and I found it on stream one day. We were talking about it.
Yeah, you told me about the wait list.
Yeah.
And then they sent out I think they staggered out the emails because I didn't get an email till you said something to me about it yesterday. And then I got an email saying like, yeah, you got a day. I was like, oh, it's a free account.
Yeah,
so.
But when I sent it to you, the email, it's not like I had just got the email. You know, I don't check emails. So I had just recently checked for something else. And I was like, oh, what is this?
Yeah,
well,
no,
it was.
I know. Sure. But it's funny because as soon as you called me, I was like, oh, I don't have an email saying that. And then as soon as I clicked on it again, the email had just popped up. It was like, yeah, this in a few seconds ago. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get this free Topstep account real fast.
It's funny because they staggered it, and like literally that's about the amount of time in between when I signed up and then afterwards you signed up.
Yeah, facts.
that's great.
Yeah, because well, I'll show you guys the what it looks like. I'm gonna make a video on it just because I feel like that's probably good content.
Are you in the platform?
Yeah, it's right here.
How'd you get in the platform?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, where did you click on to get into the platform?
When you sign up for the account, it says Topstep. You have to sign up with the Topstep X. I did. And then once you get the account, it'll say launch Topstep X.
Yeah, I didn't do that part. All right, let me do that. Oh, there it goes. It says it right there.
Yeah,
I definitely skipped that step. I was like, so what do I do next?
Because I on here, so it's got like a trader hub thing. It gives you like the news, all the economic news that's coming out or whatever, which is pretty nice. This is behind though. No, this is today. And then I'm pretty sure, it gives you tweets from Topstep. I'm pretty sure it also tells you like how many traders are long and short as well. Let's see. Oh no, this goes to Topstep TV. Somewhere in here, somebody told me there was like, or I think they came in the chat and was like, 70% of Topstep X traders right now are long off of the it was during FOMC.
Oh wow. I mean, I don't know how good of I don't know. All right. Breaking up to 48.12, making that push into 48.18, just like we kind of talked about.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing around with this because I need to figure out how to set up the or like what happens when you put an order in, stop loss, all that stuff. I'm gonna be playing around with it today after the stream.
Please read the following documents, type your name. Okay.
They even have a tilt. They even have a tilt thing too as well. Oh, that's what it is. So if you go, okay, let me show y'all. This is pretty cool.
This is fire.
So if you go down here, you can see you have all this stuff, and the tilt. The tilt is what shows the percentage of people who are long and short on Topstep X. So right now on the S&P, 51% of people are long and 49% of people are short. And on the NASDAQ, 52% of people are long and 48% of people are short, which is interesting because it's almost 50-50, which it's kind of interesting that people are trying to short the top, number one. People are trying to short and long the tops of this, or which is interesting. Like I said, I wouldn't be long or short right now. That's just me.
Oh, this thing's about to break out here.
Yeah, it looks like it. Well, I guess the people who got long are about to get rewarded.
Yeah, that was that pullback into that previous day high and then go. That was
Oh
clean,
yeah,
man. It was clean.
yeah, it was a nice pullback, and I mean from there, we're up 10 points from that pullback, so it was good. I don't know. I would just like a deeper pullback. Although on the tape we did pull back into VWAP, and we almost pulled back to VWAP here.
Yeah, it's coming. I think now that we know where the market wants to go, I think pullbacks into. That's why I said, to me, for ES, I just want to get out of this area, right? Once we get out of 48.18, then it's ball game. Like for me, I think we'll push and then come back down and retest some of this, because I mean we basically just creating 1 hour demand down here at 48.02, right? And then above 48.20, I got us going to 48.68. So I think we'll pull back. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find some levels in between 48.20 and 48.68, because I think once we break above 48.18, this thing's gonna rocket ship, and I just want to see where can it pull back to. Maybe we can find some supply or some support or resistance. Oh, here goes some levels right here.
Yeah, the good thing about Nasdaq is Nasdaq is starting to break out of the range, so see if it holds on these pullbacks. But okay. I don't know. As far as ES goes, I think the next level to look to potentially along the market would be a retest of the all-time high. It's really the only level I've got right now. That's closest to price is the retest of the all-time high to continue this buying, but we'll see. I'm not too keen on that, but right now on my B adjacent chart, ES is still in 4 hours supply. So
yeah, we're almost. That's why I said 48.18 is where I think we push, and then we go right to 48.29. 48.29.75 is where I'm looking to short.
Yeah, the next level I've got on ES is 48.42. Was another 4 hour on the B adjacent.
You said 48.42?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I marked the one right below that. So
you marked 48.35?
Yeah, 48.29. So wick to wick from 48.29 to about 48.42. You mark 48.42 because it's base of the candle, top of the wick on that aggressive sell down. So I'm marking the one. I'm marking the one closest to price. Is all. I agree with that supply zone as well. But this one is closest to price. That's all I'm saying.
I marked that one because it acted as resistance, and then we came back down. But what I did though was I took that one and the one above it, and I just engulfed them in one big zone, and I just marked them both.
Yeah. See, what I've noticed is like I know that they're there, and I check it so often that what I end up doing is, instead of marking the big zone, as price starts to come up here, I'll go to the left before price gets here, and I'll mark the one closest to price, because price moves in increments, right? So the next increment that makes sense is we get above 48.18, then we go to 48.29.75, and that'll be the first tap of those sellers. So I'm expecting a reaction on the first tap, right? If that fails, then 48.42. I mean, now we're talking a freaking 40, 50 point move on the day for ES. Could happen, could short squeeze, but I'm more just kind of taking it in increments. But yeah, I know why that makes sense too. So either way I go, my next area to short is 48.29.75.
Giovanni says, what do you use the 4 hour supply and demand zones for? Just as potential areas we want to look to trade. I mean, we go as high as the daily. Sometimes, I mean, I'll look for weekly. I mean, I'll mark anything except I'll look at like weekly, but I don't normally play weekly supply and demand. But normally, weekly supply and demand is normally at the bottom of the trends anyway. But yeah, I mean, I look to trade off of
swing
4
low
hours
or the swing high.
Yeah, normally the weeklies are swing low and swing high. But those are normally the most powerful zones
Heck
too,
yeah. Heck
because those took
yeah.
a whole week to form. So if
That's
I
where
was
we're
gonna
still
swing
look,
trade,
we're
that's
still
where I would
bouncing
do.
off weekly demand right now.
So
That's where this rally started.
yeah, facts. So but yeah, I use them to trade off of. I use 4 hours. I mean, if we start getting like too deep into the zone, normally I'll kind of start to disregard it a little bit. Like right now, we're so deep into this 4 hour that I probably wouldn't really
Yeah,
even
we're at
look to
7
short it
points away.
anymore. But yeah, I need a lot from this market to be able to short it. Like I need to get below all-time highs and like below where we bounced initially for me to even consider wanting to short this. Until that happens, I'm just sitting on my hands.
It's cereal time for me. I'm starving. I'll be back.
Like, all right, like you can trade this. You can trade this and make money. It's just not how I want to trade it. Like to me, there's no reason to trade the market. We're above all-time highs. I view all-time highs being important as an area of interest. So if we can sell down below all-time highs and look really bearish, then I'd be open to shorting the market. But until then, there's nothing to do. I'm not going to long the market up here. These are all new prices on ES. Like I'm not longing this. I'm not. So we'll see what happens. It looks like there's a lot of liquidity up at 48.15. So maybe see what happens there. But just because there's a lot of liquidity up there doesn't mean I'm going to trade it either. Like I just don't have any desire to trade right now. There's nothing of high quality unless you're scalping the market. Was that your break even? Wasn't that like 180? That's nuts, man. That's nuts. Congrats. Yeah, 180 calls. Coinbase came a long way. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Let's check. Apple kind of broke out, but Google is coming. Google's just consolidating. Microsoft is trying to come down, and Nvidia's basically rejected its high and it's coming back down. So I don't know. We'll see. Out of the money AF, yeah. See, and if we look, this is why I gave significance to the all-time high, because look at we bounced off all-time highs once, and let's see what happens. I still don't want to take the market long here, but we'll see what happens if all-time highs hold. If they hold, then we'll just keep going up. We're getting another bounce there. Let's see. NQ failed to break above 17. Failed to break and hold above that 17,000 level. Let's see what happens.
Oh, we popped our head above 17,000.
Yeah, we got above 17,000. We got to 17,003, and then rejected pretty heavily, and now we're coming back up. So let's see what happens. Micaiah says on ES and NQ, I see this head of the head and shoulders on the 15-minute. I don't see any head and shoulders. Okay. You're saying this is the shoulder and this is the potential head. Potentially, yeah, could be. I don't know. In my opinion, it's too early. It's too early to say whether this is a head and shoulders. Right now, this just looks like an uptrend, and that just looks like a pullback.
Looks like we're coming back into 966 to hold those lows on the 1 minute.
Yeah.
Hold those. He's a perma. Yeah. He's a perma bear. Now Micaiah trades everything. He don't care. If this thing wants to come down, he's gonna trade it. If it wants to go back up, he's gonna trade that too. So he does.
Yeah. We'll see what happens here though. Looks like we're dipping back down. I mean, head and shoulders and inverse head and shoulders, that's the reversal pattern you see most in the market. I mean, obviously,
yeah,
because it's that is the reversal pattern.
That's the algorithm, baby.
But I don't know. Right as of right now, I just I don't see anything really of high quality for myself. I mean, you can make money in this for sure. It's just we'll see. Looks like NQ is bouncing off VWAP, or at least trying to, and continue on its little uptrend. There's some pretty strong buying on NQ. We had that nice rip into 17,000, but it definitely got denied. So we'll see. My last trade to pass the 300K was a long off of that quick pullback. I expected 17K. Yeah, we got it.
Can I take some of this stuff off? I don't want the Dom.
Yes, you can. You just hit the X button. There should be an X button
next
to Dom.
Yeah. Okay. I was looking for it by itself, but you gotta hover above the word.
Yeah. Yeah, I think NQ wants to take right off of this.
Take this time and sales off. That crap. Give me the chart, baby. Just give me the buttons. That's all I need. Don't give me all the rest of this crap. Yeah. I'll just get some more.
Or we could be flagging here to go lower. Oh, yeah, there's nothing about this market that I'm really liking. There's like no continuation in this market to either direction right now, especially on NQ. NQ is in a flat, straight up range.
I think that's where all-time highs play a part, right? Like, because it's just hard for price to continue without a pullback. So now we just kind of create a range. I'm still looking at 47.99, 4,800 to roughly about 47.98 to look for longs.
NQ isn't NQ NQ's well above its all-time highs though.
Oh, I don't know. Again, I don't like. I know that it's there, but it just doesn't play any part in the way that I'm analyzing the market at all. I think the market's going to do the same thing it'll do at all-time highs that it did at all-time lows, right? Like, I don't know. I just that part of it is just irrelevant for me in regards to structure. Like, market's going to continue to move the same way, and thus far it has. Like, we broke above the high. Now it looks like we're going to come back and pull back to retest the low, maybe break some structure on the way down, and I'm looking to trade at 4,800. If that happens, I'll trade it. If it doesn't, I don't know. I mean, we could look to trade at 48.07. Again, I'm with Jay in the idea that I just want a deeper pullback. Because I feel like if I get the deeper pullback, then it allows me to get maximum profit on the way back up. If I wait for this pullback, for instance, if I'd long the market down at 48.02, it's still a 10-point move, but I could get more if price comes down to 4,800. And I'm just kind of being real picky with my trades as of lately. So 33 people in the building. Please make sure you guys hit the like and subscribe button, aka tip the barbers. Make sure you follow us on Twitter. My Twitter is @the_trader shop. Justin's Twitter is @sealsthegains. Be sure to follow us over there, and you can watch the live stream. You can watch the stream live on over there as well, and comment over there. Guys, don't forget, if you're commenting in chat, please make sure you come back to the live stream if you get time. Maybe rewatch it or something like that. You don't have to rewatch it. Just throw some comments on the live stream. Let us know how you're enjoying the live stream. Not only does it give us feedback, but it also helps the algorithm push us out to more people. So just wanted to do that quick little infomercial. Now back to watching paint dry.
Looks like we're getting that bounce up 48.08.
Yeah, you got to be smart in this market, because again, is there money to be made every single day? Sure, I get it. Like, I will never fight anybody about taking trades. Like, whatever works, whatever floats your boat. I'm just telling you guys what floats my boat. What floats my boat, and I know what type of trader I am. I've been at this prop firm thing for over a year. I know what type of trader I am now. So I'm never going to stray from being that type of trader. I don't need to, because I know the type of trader that I turn into when I try to be something that I'm not. Right. And once I understood that, everything else is noise to me. Like, I could care less about, head and shoulders. Those things make sense. But if they're not at my key level, I could care less. I could care less about, I just don't care about a lot of stuff. You know what I care about? The market broke its high right here on this 15-minute chart, right? And if I look at ES on the 5-minute, the market broke the high. I got the retest here that I could have longed the market up. I didn't take the trade. All right. Is that a mistake? Maybe, right? But what I would like to see is I would like to see bulls break through 48.18, because that's my pre-market plan. I want to see them rally out of this. And once they rally out of this, I can take this big red blocker off. And now I'm looking to trade in two locations. I'm looking for another pullback into 48.08. Did you see how we're struggling? We were struggling. I mean, not struggling. We pulled back to 48.08 again. And now we're looking to push out of this. So I'm looking for the ultimate push out, right? Above 48.18. I feel like that's where, 48.18, 48.20. I think that's where the market's trying to go. There are two trains of thoughts for me right now. If we get above 48.18, I want pullbacks into one of these rally-based rally areas, right? One of these structural-based areas. If we get too far and we start to short squeeze, I'm not looking to long the market. I'm not going to wait for that pullback. Instead, this is why I went and I drew a 4-hour supply zone, or not I found a 4-hour supply zone above us. Because if price gets too aggressive and buyers start to pile in, aka retail starts to, get aggressive and starts to want to buy late, then I'm going to be sitting up here at this supply zone with all of the sellers that came in at this area, and I want to look to short the market down to one of these levels. Because at that point, I feel like we're point of origin selling, right? Meaning we come up here, right? To Justin's point, you never want to be first seller, or I don't ever want to be first seller. I'm not going to say you never want to be, because I feel like that's me giving you advice. I never want to be first seller. So what I want to see is an aggressive push, get immediately rejected, right? Come down, break some structure, and then this is where I want to be a trader, right here. This is my trade. I get short here, I put my stop above here, and I'm looking to trade this market back down to here. That's what I want to see happen if I'm going to short the market. If I get that look, I'll take it. But if the market doesn't want to push this high today, that's also fine, because I have a plan to long the market back up. I'm just not going to short it up here until I see something similar to what I just showed you. So I think too many YouTube streamers, in my opinion, because I watch a lot of them, right? Like, I'm not just saying this to be saying it. I think too many YouTube streamers, in my opinion, don't have a clear-cut plan. Their plan is hurry up and get in, hurry up and get out, make money. Which is, again, that's a scalper's mentality, and that's fine. I just think a lot of the times they get themselves in trouble in the long run because they run into the problem of they don't really plan. And when that plan fails, they go into a spiral of losing over and over again. In the book of I said like the Bible.
I was about to say, you probably said the book of Enoch. In the book of T. Hobbs, I do not long or short the market unless there's a plan. That's commandment number one. Say
in the book, hey, what's the name of the book? You know the book that we
trading
read.
Trading in the
Zone. Yeah, trading in the book, Trading in the Zone. There's this thing where he breaks down the type of trader, which is a boom and bust trader. I think a lot of YouTube live streamers are boom and bust traders. And I'll explain to you what that means. It means that they go through a cycle, right? And not just YouTube live streamers. I want to call them out. I'm just saying the typical trader, myself included, right? The typical trader is a boom and bust trader. What does that mean? That means that you have these streaks, these days, these months where you're really good, right? You're booming. But when that bust cycle comes, you lose it all in a day. You lose it all in a week. You blow the account down to absolute trash in one day. And I think the reason why, no, I know the reason why, is because the same habits that make you money are the same habits that take it all away from you at the end of the day. If you don't refine your strategy to a point where you have a strategy that you can consistently go to every single day and day in and day out, and you're only trading candle movements, momentum movements, I think that is a recipe to land you in the graveyard with the boom and bust trader. I'm not trying to be a boom and bust trader. I'm trying to be a trader that for a 12-month period, what were my stats and was I profitable, right? A monthly, a weekly. That's the type of trader I'm trying to be. So just want to give you guys my thoughts on why I try to be really patient. So. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it, man. Like, me and Justin talk about this 24/7, man. Like you guys see us disagree and you see us go back and forth on stream sometimes, but like I really do love Justin. Like as much as I give him crap, like that, he like my little brother. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to think he's the little brother, but he is. He like my little brother, and it's a reason why I'm so hard on him when we talk. Like I'm telling you, he hates me sometimes. It's sometimes he get off the phone, I don't hear from him for a couple of days until we come on stream. Then he barely talk to me when we on stream. I'll be like, whatever, I don't care, because I'm a hard. That's just how I'm built. Like I'm the same way with my kids, right? Sometimes you love me, sometimes you hate me. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. I take it both ways. I love it when you love me, and I'm cool with it when you hate me, because I know at the end of the day I'm doing it. You know what I mean, for your best interest, right? But we talk about this in deep detail, right? Very deep detail, because we both have the same vision at the end of the day. Like he like a little brother, but he a grown a man, right? Like he's a grown man. Like I can't. He's not my little brother, right? Like I didn't, grow up in the same household with him. But at the same time, 10 years of additional life experience allows me to see things before they happen, right? That's just called wisdom. The longer you're on this planet, you'll start to see. You can see more things than your 10-year-old or your 13-year-old, or if you got babies, right? You're going to see them being into that trouble before it comes. And that only comes because you've experienced it already, right? So I see things that my wife is doing, right? My wife is 10 years younger than me. I see things that Justin, is doing ahead of time. And because he is a grown man, he's probably going to live that first and be like, man, whatever, you don't know what you talk about. And then when it happens, he come back and be like, dang, dog, you was right. I'm like, it's all good, right? Like, but in that moment, you learn something, and that's all good. So I think it's really important for you to find. Trading is a very lonely journey, but I'm blessed to not only have Justin, but to have my Discord, right? Like our Discord family is a family, right? Like the majority of people that are in our Discord have been there for almost 2 years, right? We've been at this thing trying to figure this thing out for like a year and a half, right? And we're slowly coming on board. People are slowly starting to get funded. People are getting payouts, all that other type of stuff. But we are truly a family because we've argued with them. They've argued with us. Like we've gone back and forth. People take days off, whatever. But we all keep coming back because we all have the same similar goal, right? So again, that's not a plug for the Discord for you to join. But if you do want to join, there is a link in the description down below. It's $15 to start for the week, right? I don't suggest you do that. I suggest you go with the $40 a month. Every single day, we usually do a breakdown of all our trades. We answer all Q&A questions in the Discord. We break down our strategy. We basically expect you to do the work, but we assist you on that journey. And plus, it's a pretty cool community in there. So shout out to the Discord, fam. Jayhawk says Justin is my little bro as well. Shouts out to little bro.
Whatever.
Wait, ain't Justin older than you, Jayhawk?
I don't know if I'm older than Jayhawk, actually.
I think you older than Jayhawk. Oh, by the way, Jayhawk, I heard you got to go into the DJ and Telegram, Justin, and scroll all the way down, because it's probably a lot to scroll through. But I just happened to pop in there yesterday. Jayhawk went off on the dog He went
On who?
off on the dog crypto, the
Mhm.
crypto that's DOGG.
Oh,
Jayhawk went into a
do
Twitter
there.
space,
Oh,
right?
there's another dog coin that's not DAWG or
Yeah,
that's.
I'm sorry, DAWG. Sorry, I said it because I'm Snoop Dogg's in my head. DOWG. Anyway, bro, he went in there and lit him up. And somebody recorded it and posted it in the DJ chat. Oh, you recorded it? Yo, yeah, yo. Yeah, it was classic, Justin. Yeah, he told him straight up. I stand by Jayhawk, so y'all can say whatever y'all want to do. He's like, we can all be friends, but just know I rock with them. Like, yeah, right. Rodney let all of it ride too. He was like, yep, Jayhawk got the mic. Stand by. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, hang on a second, Jay. Hang on a second, Jay. So the stock market itself is now doing opposite. So Microsoft, Nvidia, Meta, Google, and Amazon are all looking like they're looking to retrace. But Apple is looking like it's about to make a push for its high at 197.04. So I'm going to live with Apple. I'm going to go with Apple is going to be the winner. And what I'm looking for here, guys, I'm looking for an official breakout. Like I just really want the volatility to increase and we just get above 48.18. Looking at the tape, however, looking at the tape, 48.22, there's a block of liquidity at 48.22.50, which I'm going to mark on my chart here. Because my goal is to trade the market or short the market at 48.29. But looking at the tape, I'm just going to mark this area right here at 48.22.50. I'm just going to draw a little box right here. I find this fairly interesting. There's about 721 orders sitting up here, right about here. So I'm just going to mark, 42.20 and up. About right there. I'm just going to call it the tape. I'm just curious what happens in this area. So that way I don't have to keep watching it on the tape. I'm just going to write the tape. Just interesting. I don't know what's going to happen up there. That's a lot of liquidity. A lot of liquidity. So, because again, my area to trade is all the way up here, 48.29. But if we can find this little gray area on the tape to potentially trade off of, I'd be interested. You didn't put them on. Yeah, I could definitely see that hustle for life. Volatility for you still with us, Justin, or what?
Yeah. No,
You just went in the shutdown more. You in a
no,
trade?
I'm not. I'm just sitting here watching this stupid market go ham to the upside. I'm like, Jesus Christ. It's crazy.
Yeah, the volatility next week will definitely be worse. I don't even think there's any news after. I probably won't trade. I think after tomorrow we'll probably be done streaming until after the holiday.
Yeah, the
Probably be back
volatility
like
is
next Wednesday or Thursday or something like that. I'm not sure.
the volatility in the market is it's just it's
I
been
will
dead
not be
this week.
trading. Like I'm not gonna fight this. Like I'm just gonna focus on getting dinner ready. I got a lot to do. So I think we're done after tomorrow. I think Justin and I agreed.
Mm-hmm.
His
Yeah.
wife is off on Thursday and Friday. I think my wife is off. So I'll still be trading, but I'm not gonna stream.
Yeah, are the kids done with school or what?
Yeah, they've been out.
Oh.
They've been home all week. They cooking breakfast right now.
Yeah, my kid's still in school.
Yeah, they out until I don't think they go back to probably when we start streaming again on the 3rd. Yeah, so we'll probably put out a schedule in the community tab, but after Wednesday, we probably won't be back until like January 3rd, something like that. Like that Wednesday or something like that. It looks like January 3rd is the Jotes report too. So because the New Year's Eve is obviously on Sunday. Then New Year's Day is Monday. It's a bank holiday. I'm not streaming that day. So maybe on the 2nd. Yeah, maybe we'll be back on the 2nd. I don't know. We'll play it by ear, but we'll let you guys know in the community tab. Yeah, because I don't. Oh my goodness, NQ. All right, blast off.
Yeah, NQ and ES. Not playing around.
A pullback would be nice, guys. Almost to that 48.18 level that we were discussing. Again, watching 48.21 Wait a minute. Did they get rid of that liquidity up there? Oh no, it's still there.
Damn,
Like I
they got
said,
regular liquidity up at on NQ at 725 or 25.
I wasn't reading the tape on NQ. I was talking about the liquidity at 22.50 on ES. I haven't looked at the tape for NQ yet.
Oh my god. At
What I thought would happen, man.
Oh my god.
We gained all the new subs for the year of 2024. Yeah, maybe. I don't care about that. To be quite frank, like my journey is. I think he's talking about during the holiday season, people that stream during the holiday season of game.
Oh,
I don't care. Like
nobody's really gonna. There's not gonna be a lot of opportunity though. Like, and a lot of people aren't gonna be. Nobody's really gonna care about what's going on in the stock market during the holidays. They're gonna be spending time with their families and stuff.
Yeah, like I genuinely don't care about that. Like the channel is gonna grow, or it's not gonna grow, right? Thank you, son. And ultimately, like we're on here to share our journey, and people that want to rock with us. You know what I mean? More privately, but we got a year of doing this. Like I told you guys, my plan is grow this channel for about a year, maybe two, become profitable, right, as a trader, and then I'm going back to only trading with the Discord, right? And the channel will be for reviews. So you can rock with us or don't rock with us. All right. Almost to that 48.18 level that we talked about. So you got long down on that pullback. You got long on that pullback. You filled it. It was a slow move, but it was moving. The only thing that sucks about this low volatility, Jay, is like the pullbacks take so long to play out. Like it's 10 o'clock. And we've been doing nothing but going up. Now we haven't had any significant pullbacks.
Yeah.
Because the volatility is so low.
Facts.
I told you to hold it to 18. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Life. Yeah.
Are you off, Pop? Oh.
Pop's off work? What? You're a workaholic, man. I think everybody is, Pop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's normally what happens on this week. It's just like, ugh. Yeah, it's definitely a tough day.
Are you still in the combine, or are you in the funders now? Oh. Did you use my promo code? Well, it's pinned in the Discord. I forgot to send it to Justin yesterday so he could throw it in the thing. It's the same.
It's the same. It's
No,
the
it's the
same.
same
It's the
thing.
same
I just get a
discount.
cut. No, bro, it's actually a pretty big cut. Like I was kind of surprised. Like I got $8 yesterday for just one person. I think Malik signed up, but I made $8.15. And if he resets, no, it just says it just. Well, I don't know if it tells me how many accounts he bought or who bought them. I assume it was Malik, but now I understand. Made you hungry? I'm sorry, y'all. My wife, I see my wife in here talking stuff. I got my kids just made me some eggs, some waffles, and some bacon. I'm smashing. My son can whip it up just like me. So eggs got like honey ham in them, Parmesan cheese, topped with cheddar cheese. Oh, they scrambled fire. And then some really good hickory smoked bacon and some just frozen waffles. Meanwhile, I ain't had breakfast in a while because my husband don't cook no more. You better my wife. Look, my wife is so spoiled, man. We're pushing that 48-18 level. She's so spoiled. I told her, I was like, I'm going on vacation from cooking until Christmas because I'm about to really whip up some stuff. Oh.
There goes the boom boom room.
Nah, she's spoiled rotten. She be talking about the things that I do for her at her job, and she says she be feeling embarrassed when people ask her all the stuff that I do for her. She be like, "Yeah, he does that too." I'm like, that's how I want it. That's the husband I want him. He's jealous,
bro. We just started watching. Well, my wife was watching Hard Knocks Miami. God, I hate Miami so much. But Tyreek Hill was talking about when he gets out, he just wants to spoil his wife. I was like, you son of a little bitch. Don't make me, I don't like you. You're not
don't cuss on this channel, Justin.
Sorry. I have strong hatred for Miami. I apologize. He looks like a child. Honestly.
I don't even get a protein shake. This is coming from a woman all year round, y'all. All year round. This is her morning. I get up, I get the baby dress, and I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you, this is how spoiled she is. I get the baby dress, hair done, everything. I cook. I make a protein shake with strawberries, blueberries, you know what I mean? Like the whole 9 protein, strawberry protein, yogurt, orange juice. My son's here. So then after that, I pack her lunch. So I make breakfast, eggs, bacon, strawberries, or like whatever fruit. Pack that up for her. On the side, I put the protein shake. And then I most likely cook the night before. And if I don't cook, there's been mornings where I get up and I literally grill her like fresh steaks, burgers, rice, whatever. This is at like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm cooking like this. And I pack her a full lunch, breakfast, and protein shake to go to work with. She gets this every morning for like 11 months straight. I take the months that I'm getting closer to like I'm about to have a big cook, like November or Christmas, and I just take the a couple weeks off. I'm like, I'm not cooking for nobody because I know in about a week or so I'm gonna be cooking like crazy. He's a good man, Savannah. I know, right? But and because I'm taking a little time off, she like, you don't even care about me no more because the kids are home, so they don't get up till later. So they get up and they make me breakfast or they make me a smoothie when she's already gone for work. So she's like, I don't even get no breakfast. Breakfast must be good. I'm like, girl, please, bye. All right, almost through this supply zone at 48.18. Again, I got this area marked in the gray because I'm just seeing something. Anytime liquidity stays, this much liquidity stays in one spot on the tape for a very long time, I kind of like to mark that same area on my candlestick chart so I can kind of pay attention to it. Jonah says, Hobbs, we the same. Yeah, it's a lot. He said, Hobbs, we the same. I do all the cooking, cleaning, grocery shopping, and get the kids ready for school when she goes to work. She's a teacher. I don't feel appreciated. Let's go, Jonah. No, look, okay, wait. Before I slap myself in the mouth too bad, let me give credit to my wife. It's a give and take here. It's not like she does nothing. She does help a lot with the cleaning, 100%, because there's certain things I just won't do. She does all the grocery shopping except for the big days like Christmas or Thanksgiving. I usually take the grocery shopping over there because it's like certain things that I like. She does all the grocery shopping. She takes all the kids to school, except for my older two right now, and they usually ride their bikes. But when it's cold, I take them. But she takes my son to daycare. She picks him up from daycare. She is extremely supportive of my trading. Extremely supportive. Like that's the one thing I'll tell her. I will always be grateful for my wife. Is like I never ever get disturbed like in my office when I'm like with the Discord or I'm talking to Justin or I'm back testing or something like that. She takes care of all the duties. I don't want to call them motherly duties. I'll just say everything else, right? She looks after the kids, she talks with the kids, she goes through the homework, she does all of that stuff, right? So I can't be dedicated to what I'm doing like I'm doing it without the spouse that I have. So 100% shout out to my wife. She's spoiled, but it's a reason why she gets spoiled and continues to be spoiled, right? So Valdez says market killed me this morning. I don't know why I kept seeing shorts. It's because it's slow. A lot of people will see this slow movement and they'll think it's bearish. So anytime the market gives an aggressive sell-off, they'll want to enter, and that's the trap, right? They'll enter at the lows, get stopped out when we come back up. But just follow the market structure, Valdez. Like, I really would like for you to join the Discord just for a week so I can just put hands on you for a week, bro. Like, just get in there so we can really discuss. Yeah, you're right. Super pause. Yeah, super pause.
Pause.
I'll get mine tomorrow. Hey, yeah, it's all good, bro. Probably does all party planning other than cooking. Yeah, literally everything, bro. Like, she does all the decorating for the parties, the birthday parties. Like, I do nothing but cook on those days. Like, she does everything, man. Shout out to my wife. You know what I mean? I was about to say, you better not agree with that. I'm not. Shout out to your wife, man. You got the right team behind you. I got a bunch of lazy people in my house.
Jesus.
Bro, it'll get better, man. Just like, I think the biggest thing that I appreciate about my family is that we are very good communicators, right? Like we sit down and we talk about what I need and what they need, right? We do that a lot. So I think once I sat down and I explained to them, like, hey, if you guys want me to assist me in changing our lives, these are things that I need, right? When I'm in my office, not saying don't disturb me, but I got PTSD, right? So I need them to, it's funny, when they come in my office, they all have to flick the light switch because I got noise canceling headphones, and they used to scare the heck out of me, and I'd be like, I get really spazzed out. So in order to not scare me, they have to flick the light switch on and off. It's like one of the rules in the office to let me know that they're in the building, right? So just little things like that, man. Just having them understand. NQ's getting a sell-off candle here. Again, still not breaking through any significant structure for me. So I'm looking at this as a break of structure to the upside and then a potential pullback and retest of these lows. So, but these are the pullbacks, to your point, Valdez, that a lot of people end up shorting and getting cooked. At some point, it's going to work, but I just need structure to break to the downside before I start shorting it. And it keeps me really, really patient. Hobbs go both ways in the market. Hobbs goes both ways in the market. What you mean? Of course I go both ways. I short it and long it. I think we all go both ways in the market. This looks like true selling here, though. I would love to see this kind of breakdown. Just checking on the stocks here. Nvidia's selling down, so maybe that's why. And Amazon's giving it up. So let's see if this selling actually holds.
All right.
Some
see if we actually get some.
Yeah, let's see if we get some continuation. I don't think so, but we'll see. Micaiah says my wife and I are the same. She does all the things I don't want to. Yeah, basically. And I think that's what makes a really good relationship, where it's like, if you can find whatever that thing is missing that you hate, but your wife doesn't mind to do, it's like, okay, you do that, I'll do this, right? And I think over time, because me and my wife have been together 5 years, right? So over time, you find what works. And we weren't always on this smooth out level, right? We had some really hard times, right? But I think through both of us, uh, me mainly getting back on the prayer train helped, number one, and then number two, going to counseling, right? I think marriage counseling really helped our relationship, like extremely helped our relationship, because it gave a third party outlook on your marriage that is completely unbiased, and
Which is funny
started
because
to
most people, that's the end of their marriage, is marriage
yeah.
counseling. Most people, they end their relationship with the marriage counseling.
And I think because they wait too long, right? Like they wait till things get out of control to try to have the marriage counselor fix it. Things weren't out of control for us, but we knew, we made a pact that once we got to Kansas, we would enroll into marriage counseling, because we knew we needed to talk to a third party, right? And once we got to Kansas, and we got a really good counselor too, so that helps as well, right? Like, and then we were both dedicated to it. So, we had a lot of dark days coming out of counseling, but I think it improved it improved our understanding of each other significantly. And I think a lot of times it's hard to break through that wall when it's just you versus your spouse, because your spouse is going to see it one way and you're going to see it another way. And the only thing that usually comes out of that is both of y'all end up being stubborn and stick to your own ways. Nothing actually changes. You just find a way to get around that conversation. With counseling, there's homework, there's reflection, there's perspective, and believe you me, your spouse is not going to be shy about what you're doing in front of the counselor. He or she is going to tell it all. So, because it's a third party. So I think it's really good. I do everything I hate doing and that she hates. Last week I stopped cleaning the house and the mother lover is a mess and she doesn't even see it. The activity of a man, not a woman. Shake my head. Let me stop. Yeah, chill out, Jonah. Chill out. Hey, look, try therapy. That don't work. Jonah, ain't you getting married here in a little bit? Like, did you just propose?
You're airing it all out.
Maybe see some things. Look, man. The shop is this is the shop. You know what I mean? Feel free to put your business out on the street, but we can talk about this offline in the Discord, bro, if you want to. Jonah, like, she don't watch the show anyway.
Yeah, that's probably where he going.
Yep. All right, and then this selling looks very short-lived once again on NQ. This is the games. I shouldn't say games. This has to happen, right? One of the traders that I watch on YouTube, his name is Carlos Avex. He made a really good point. He said that somebody had to lose in order for you to win, right? So if you're longing this and you're getting these pullbacks, you kind of sit through patiently if you have conviction on where the price is going, because you have to understand that in order for price to go up, it has to come down first. We have to get people bearish, right? Only so you can buy their liquidity and then stop them out of their position up here to break the highs. Once we break the highs, then we come back down and retest the lows. Same thing. The cycle just continues. Repeat. I think a lot of people including me, I'm very patient today, right? And I'm trying to keep this patience going because I know that the patience leads to my success, right? And no trades for me during the New York session right now. Still just waiting. He said, I am. It's all good, Joe. You know you're a homie, man. I'm sure she means well. I'm sure there's a reason why you put a ring on her finger, right? You're venting on the subject of the matter currently, right? But there's a reason why you wifing her up, right? In 30 and no pullback. None.
Yeah, this is market still trying to come up.
Music fire though.
It is fire.
I think we'll rock with this one into the new year. Your mustache ever get too long? It start like tickling the bottom of your nose.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that. I be legit
Yeah.
ready to cut the whole mustache off. Yeah, just whack it all off.
Yeah, and then you gotta break it down. You gotta sit here and do this to make sure
Yeah,
it's
you
not
got
all the way. It's like when you have long hair and it's touching your ears and you're not used to it. And you're like, man,
Yeah.
get hair off my ear, man. I don't like it. Feel weird.
Man, look at all the buy-in that happened at 4805, bro.
Yeah, no.
It's nuts. Where's that at on candlestick chart in regards to the 5 minute? Let's see. Still no trades for myself or Justin in the. Oh yeah, that's this. Yeah, I like that.
You like what?
All right, it's almost alert time for me in the market. This 4805 lines up with my 5 minute strategy here, right here. That's what this area is right here. Huh?
Oh, my kid walked through the door. They must be having half days today or something.
Oh, your oldest.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's time to get rid of this red box here. Like, even if we don't break it, I don't care. That's a wrap. So for me, I'm gonna set a couple alerts here, just kind of getting ready for this market to take me into the sunset, my lunch break. So I'll give you guys some levels that I'm looking to trade, and you can do with that what you will. But I'm looking for longs at 4808 through roughly about 4802. So I'll put a long alert right here. And again, my actual area is 4805, right? But I put the alert a little higher so that if I get alerted, I have time to come in here and potentially look to trade the market, okay? So this is my first area. My second area for longs, 4800 right here through roughly 4796. And if you took these levels yesterday, 4896 or 4798 for the shorts actually printed. So because I got the alert and I adjusted. I was like, oh, we must be at 4798 because I just got alerted. He was like, yep, we came up to 4800 and then we dropped. So that level actually worked out pretty well. And then for shorts, I got two areas that I'm looking for. So shorts, I'm looking at 4821 to roughly 4824 for shorts. This is just on ES. I'm not gonna make any levels for NQ. I only want to trade ES. I'm just looking for 13 points today. If I can get 13, I'll be funded. If not, I'll just wait till tomorrow. And then the last level is 4829.75 for shorts. Those are the areas that I'm looking to trade. Setting alerts on those so that come 11 o'clock, I'm getting out of here. I got to go clean my greens. I skipped it yesterday.
Clean your greens. I said you rhymed. You got to go clean your greens.
Clean your greens. Yeah. You said I told you those supply and demand zones just don't hold. No, I mean that the market's on an aggressive bullish uptrend. Like by very nature, in an aggressive uptrend, supply zones are just fuel. That's all they are. Now, if the supply zone is reacted to, then it worked. However, if the market continues to push, it just slows price down. That's it. But demand zones should be very valid during an uptrend, right? During an uptrend as aggressive as this one, they're there, but we understand that the market is trending higher. So we agree there 100%. We agree that, they don't not work, right? Something only works if it's reacted to, right? Sometimes they're reacted to, sometimes they're not. But I think over the period of 12 months, supply and demand 100% works, right? Right now, the market volatility is crap. It just is. So when the market gets to going in a trend, think about it in terms of like the Asian market, right? Don't mess up the fridge. I won't, baby. Think about it in terms of the Asian market, right? The Asian market or the London session, usually the Asian market, is notorious for having low volatility. So what do we always tell you guys in Discord about the Asian market? Once you figure out the trend of the Asian market, you can pretty much, if you catch the bottom, you can go to sleep, right? Set a target and go to sleep, because the volatility is so low that the market rarely turns around in an aggressive manner. It just continues in the direction that it started. Well, case in point, it's the same thing for the low volatility that we're experiencing right now. In this uptrend, the only thing we're doing is creating, every time we come up, we pull back, create a falling wedge, and then we pop back up. Falling wedge, pop back up. Falling wedge, pop back up. Falling wedge, pop back up. The volatility is so low that either you play the falling wedges, right? Play the breakout of the falling wedges, or you wait for a healthy pullback. And these pullbacks are coming. They just take so much longer because the volatility is so low. So for me, I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to trade like I'm going to trade the rest of the year and the rest of 2024. Like I'm done forcing anything. I'm only going to trade the market when the market comes to my area. That's it. Going into 2024, that is my promise to myself that I can control. I can control not hitting the button. All I got to do is not hit the button, right?
Yeah.
Therefore, all of 2024, that's what I'm on. Go ahead, Jay, my bad.
No, you're right. I agree. That's all you can control is your entries and your exits. That's about it.
That's my promise to me. You know what I mean? Like, I could have gotten long here, but I'm not going to regret it. I'm not. I'm done regretting it, because every time I regret it, that's where my FOMO kicks in, right? I'm starting to analyze myself in 2024, not my trading strategy. I know what my trading strategy is. Now I need to figure out why I can't stick to it. So in 2024, 2023, into 2023, 2030, the end of 2023 going into 2024, my goal is to focus on me and making myself better as a trader. My skills are there. The only thing I got to do now is work on me. And the thing that's hurting me is fear, greed, and FOMO. I got to get rid of those things inside of my trading, or at least learn to maintain them, right? Like they say in basketball, you can't stop them and you can only hope to contain them. That's how I feel about my that's how I feel about my
learn to manage the emotions.
Exactly.
That's probably the hardest part, is like not allowing the emotion to take over, because once the emotion starts to take over, it's very hard to come back, you know. It's very hard to get yourself to think back on a more logical mindset.
Yeah.
Especially when the market is illogical, right? Like it doesn't move with logic. So
nope, it surely does not. I think doing things like setting buy and sell alerts helps me stay disciplined, because then if I come in here and I hit this buy button or I hit this sell button, but I didn't get an alert, it's like, what are you doing? You've already decided where you want to trade. Why are you hitting the buy or sell button? Has price gotten to that level? No. Did you just see something you liked and just wanted to trade? Yeah, I thought it would work out. It's like, no, like I'm done being that trader, because I don't have to be, because I know what the F I'm doing. I just have to make sure I do those things on a repeatable basis. So just done taking trades out of boredom. I'm done just chasing stuff. I'm done doing anything but sticking to my plan, because I know my plan works. And if my plan doesn't exist, if I haven't taken a trade by a certain time, I'm not just going to be done trading. I'm setting alerts and I'm walking away. If the market gives me what I want, I'll be back. Simple as that. CJ with the cheese says, I'm with y'all. I probably would have been profitable if I control what I can control, which is myself. I 100% agree. I 100% agree that a lot of us struggle to be profitable because we are so focused on making the money and the money that you could have potentially made had you hit the buy button, had you hit the sell button. But I think what eliminates that is understanding the structure of the market, number one. Number two, having a strategy that you consistently hit every single day, right? My strategy hasn't come up today, and I'm okay with that, right? Like the way I like to trade hasn't been triggered yet. There was an opportunity, right? Based off what I was looking at on the chart, and I was right? Based off what I was looking at, 4802 was a great opportunity for me to long the market. I just passed on the opportunity. Am I upset about it? Absolutely not. The old me would have 1000% been upset about it, And the old me would have found myself longing the top, getting stopped out for break even, shorting because I thought this was going to come down, losing money here, right? Now I'm long, late, and getting stopped out by this candle, right? All because I'm tripping over myself because I didn't take this trade, right? I don't want to be that guy anymore. Instead, I'll say, okay, good job. Y'all killed it. Let me know when y'all come back down. Or I'll wait for y'all to come up to, and I'll short with the rest of the market. So
Man, this music is fire.
yeah, it is. I'm over here playing Tetris now. That's what I was doing last night when I was in my trade. My wife was like, yeah, I came in there. You were like really calm. I was like, yeah, because I was bumping music in my headphones and playing Tetris while my trade was working out. Or it wasn't working out at first, and then it started working out. But I was confident in the strategy. So I was like, you know what? If it doesn't work out, this is where I'll look to re-enter. And if this fails, then, you know, it'll just be a loss. But I think doing other things while being in front of the screen, because I don't think walking away is it for me. Because I feel like walking away doesn't allow me to manage what's actually happening. But I think like doing things like playing Tetris, right? Or listening to music or just chopping it up, like while I'm in a trade or while I'm just waiting on the market, like it stops me from looking at every single bubble, every single move that the market's making. Like it's just, I don't know, it eliminates a lot of the FOMO. Just being distracted by other stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I love playing Tetris, so that also helps. At times I forgot I was in a trade. I'll be like, oh shoot. I was on a roll. I was like, oh shoot, the trade. And it's a thinker game too. So. Bro, did you see? I swear, and I'm not saying this because I'm jealous. I'm not. But I swear to goodness, female traders, if you guys are females in the chat,
you're talking about Tanja.
Bro, if you're a female and you know how to trade, start a YouTube channel. Just start a YouTube channel and just start live streaming. This girl, Tanya Trades, she has like 5,000 subs or something like that. And again, shout out to her because she is a good trader. I'm not taking anything away from her because she's female. Not at all. However, here's what I will say. Guys, like anything. Now I'm going to say it. You know what? Guys like to look at females. They just do, right? Creepers too, right? Regardless if they're traders or not. They like to look at females. This girl went on live for the first time ever. Now, we've been at this thing for a minute, right? For the first time ever, she went on a live and she had like 5,000 viewers. I think it was like 400 people were in her chat like the first day. I was like, how the heck? I said, you know what? I hit up Justin. I said, man, we just need to take ourselves off stream and just put put female voices.
I mean, to her credit though, she does have a pretty large X following.
That already is true. She's in the Coke community. So
yeah, she's an ICT, so she already has a pretty large following. But yeah, it does help. Females grow a lot faster in this industry than males do. That is true.
Tori.
I think it's just because there's not a lot of females in the industry. So
I agree.
When there is one, people tend to flock to them. And it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt if they're attractive. So, you know.
She kind of looks like what's her name to me? Ronda Rousey.
I can see that.
We're just stuck here at 48.16, starting to make that push into 48.18 now. So on ES, NQ still just stuck at 17,000, 1708 or whatever it is.
Yeah, it looks like NQ's trying to break the high. Might fail. Looks like it's a rejection candle right there. Let's see. Every time NQ's had a rejection candle, it's always ended up saying, yeah, all right, but we're going to continue pushing anyway.
Yeah, same thing with ES. Oh, I saw another divergence on NQ last night too.
Oh yeah,
it made me take the market long. It was pretty obvious. I was like, wow, I'm starting to see these divergences a lot more. I've never looked for them before, but now they're like, I think it helps give me added confirmation that I'm in the right direction. I'm like,
yeah, because you're just gauging the buying and the selling. So yeah.
It basically just tells you, hey, there's a lot of selling here, but price is continuing to go up. Most likely, bulls are going to win. Come on. Excuse me. We should get a lot more volatility tomorrow, guys. Like, I think the market's just moving really slow because it's awaiting tomorrow's news. I think that's the next catalyst. I think the rest of the week we have catalysts. So Wednesday we have, maybe not. Oh yeah, we got consumer confidence at 10 a.m.
Even NQ is moving very, very like gingerly.
Yeah. It's like they're afraid to go up any higher without the news. So we got retail sales in Canada, and then final GDP on Thursday for us, unemployment claims on Thursday. And I think we end the week with PCE, right? So that's going to be the big one. That one might push us over the top, to be honest. Whatever the top is. Like I told you guys, like all of the big names, all of the news, they're flirting with this idea of 5,000 by the end of the year. How real is that? I don't know. This market moves another
200 points away.
If this market is going to move another 220, 30 points, it's probably going to do it this week. So do with that with what you will. The last news catalyst for the year is this week. So, and it would not surprise me if PCE can push us up like 100 points or so. It's nothing for the market to finish that off, the following week. Give me that 100 points, baby. Let's go. Oh, 47.18 is very, very 48.17 is acting as strong resistance here. Again, we still got that liquidity on the books. I'll just show it to you guys so you don't see it just on my chart, but that liquidity still hasn't moved. So if you look right here on ES, this big middle finger right here, right at 48.22, there's a ton of liquidity sitting up there. and it's been sitting up there all day long. So would not surprise me to see the market take one big rocket ship and sweep that liquidity up there. Wait, 12, welcome back. Go be great again. Who just came back?
What are you talking about?
LeBron just tweeted 12, welcome back. Go be great. I know Brady ain't just come back to the league. Do not tell me this. He cannot be talking about Brady.
I hope not.
I don't know who he's talking about. Who is number 12?
I don't know.
There's nothing on ESPN, so. Cold Pizza, the video event canceled over QB's fees and that. Huh. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Somebody check LeBron James. Oh, probably Ja. Oh, Ja Morant. Okay. Thank you. Because I was like, I know freaking Brady ain't coming back again. You got to be kidding me. Give it up, bro. Yeah, he's probably talking about Morant then. Is Ja Morant number 12? I didn't know his number.
Let's see.
That would make sense, though.
Yeah, Ja Morant is number 12.
Okay, then he's probably talking about him. All right. So this liquidity, this push up here by the buyers, failed again at 48.17 or 48.16. So I'm kind of interested to see if we get some aggressive selling coming out of this area, and if we do and start to change some character, I'd be interested in seeing a retest and then take the market short up there, just based off the tape, based off what I'm seeing here. This aggressive failure.
High.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to take a trade on this Topstep X account. See what it ends up looking like.
CJ with the G said, yeah, Tom Brady need to sit his A down in retirement. He went out being looked at as the great. Still, a lot of players wait till the league forces them out. Yeah, he definitely don't need to come back again, in my opinion. I think he needs to be done. My man's getting paid to be an announcer more than any other announcer, and it hasn't announced one game all season. So either they just paying him for the look, or they waiting into the playoffs to let him start announcing. I don't know. But I seen his deal, and I'm like, bro, who is he announcing for? I haven't seen him announce one game.
I'm about to say he hasn't announced nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That's market coming down.
We'll see. What's the stocks looking like? Oh yeah, they look nice. See if we get some true selling now. When we get this pullback into my area, I look too long. I'm not going to short this market. Not unless we're at a key area. Right now, we're not.
Look at this buying. They just bought this right back up. My God.
I'm done being shocked, bro. I just expect it at this point.
Also a retest of prior support on the day. It's interesting that they have a time in sales and a DOM on here. I also have a volume profile as well.
Yeah, I think that's like pretty much standard for most platforms.
Yeah.
We just take it off for.
Now we do.
Yeah, 'cause I just can't watch it. It drives my brain crazy. I've never been a fan of time and sales or the DOM. Oh, looks like buyers are stepping right back in. Back to playing Tetris.
Yeah, they basically trapped all them sellers at that low rate there, expecting us to break down even further.
I wonder does Tetris offer ad-free version? I'd be willing to pay for that.
Probably. What Tetris are you playing?
One from the App Store. Just says Tetris.
There is. Okay. That's the same one that I got, but there's a Tetris I really wanted. It's on the Switch. It's like a Tetris where you play against other people. It's like a knockout type of Tetris. That's pretty dope.
I think I've heard of that one too. Remove ads for 30 days. Ad-free 30 days. You'll continue to be rewarded.
Hey, ad-free for only 30 days? Boo.
Right? Why can't I just get the ad for why you gonna nickel and dime me? You gonna make me you gonna charge me $3 a month to get rid of ads every month? Why you can just give me a deal?
Boo, you suck.
You suck, Tetris. 30 days. Get out of here. Oh. Yeah, it's this one. I don't know which one this is. You see that? Here, I'll just send you a picture. I'll screenshot it, send you a picture so you can see which one. I'll put it in the group chat.
I'm really curious to see how this is about to work. Okay.
You're looking for shorts on this retest?
I'm looking to the long market back up.
Oh.
Potentially.
Yeah, if we come down to 4808 through 4802, I'd be interested in longs too. I think we come back down to VWAP.
I'm gonna try NQ. I'm try trading some NQ though.
Okay. I don't know. I'm about ready to get up off stream though. I don't know what you're doing. What you're trying to do.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm just gonna test this out and see what happens.
You see, I'm on level 500, babe. She said you have a problem. I forgot to show my level on there. All right, team, YouTube family, we're gonna go trade with the Discord or in private. I hope you guys don't overtrade, don't overstay your welcome. Make sure you got those levels. You can rewind it back if you like those levels. If you don't have levels, you can try to trade with those levels. If not, just be careful in this market today. Again, everything's really, really slow. But from the Trader Shop, my name is T Hobbs. That guy over there is Jay Seals, and we'll catch